Nope, that's the wrong one. Wrong one. Wrong one. Hey, we're here. Hello, everybody.
What happened?
How's it going?
Hello, everybody. Nice small technical difficulties to begin with, of course. How else are you supposed to do this? Welcome, everyone. It's amazing to have everybody here. I'm very excited. We're gonna get ourselves started in just a little bit. I'm gonna check a couple things just to make sure we're all squared away. Make sure our sound levels are all on point. I'm pretty sure the boys here all sound just fine. And then we'll be getting started here in just a minute. So yeah, I think we're all set actually. Well, why don't we begin by introducing everybody, guys? Thank you so much for being here. It is the Clan Boss Draft finale. We've drafted our teams, we've built our squads, we've recorded our runs, and now we are going to see who actually wins. And nobody out here on the stage actually knows who's going to be the victor. This will be very exciting. We've got Mr. NubRaids down there right below me. Got Mr. HellHades next to him. YST on the other side of the Clover. And then, of course, Cold Brew Gaming wrapping it up here at the panel. How's everybody doing? Do you want to say hello? We'll start with you, Nubs, and we'll get started here in just a second.
Yes, hello. I'm feeling good. I'm actually really excited to see all the teams that people put together, what the substitutions are, the results are. And everyone watching as well, click that like button so that people on YouTube can find the stream and join in as well.
Well said. Well said.
I was like, wait, was I supposed to say something else?
Yeah. Keep going. Filler.
Okay.
Oh, man.
Yes, lovely weather we're having as well.
Yeah. Okay. Hades, you got anything you want to start us off with?
Only that I've had a blast. Like this week has been super fun. Get back into like theory crafting, trying different champions out. For me, it's been a real blast. So I guess before we get going, Deadwood, thanks again for getting us involved. It's really good, really fun.
Of course. YST?
How's it going? I can't wait for this. I can't wait for all of these cool teams and the White Dryad Nias, the Dark Chaos, you name it, the Cloud Beast Feeders. And yeah, man, should be really cool. I'm excited. Redemption. We got this.
Hashtag redemption. Mr. Cold Brew. Anything you want to say?
Hey.
Hello?
Yeah. So, sorry, something's up with my sound.
Okay.
Right.
Oh, God.
You're still trying to find White Dryad Nia.
I'm trying to find which. What? Why? I can hear myself.
Do you have the stream turned on, maybe?
No, I turned it off. Anyway, yeah. White Dryad Nia. Okay, I gotta. Yeah, but I closed it.
Technical difficulties.
Welcome to the stream, guys. We're gonna just let's just start it over. Should we just start it over? Just a full reset and do this again?
Okay, I closed everything. Now it's okay. Okay. Sorry, guys.
Okay.
For some reason, there were 2 streams live. I muted the one, but the other one was still going. I was like, "What is this sound? Why am I hearing myself?"
Padding the view count.
One's not enough.
I was wondering. Yeah, I was wondering if it was you guys. Right. So yeah. I'm excited. I'm more excited to explain my thinking process about my team, and then what I ended up with. But yeah, there were so many. I think I changed my team like 10 different times. The champions going in and out in there, and I gotta say, White Dryad Nia, she needs to be removed from the game. It just doesn't work. So just take it out. That's a lost player. Just take it out, rethink, and put a different champion in there as a void for them for the epic.
Big L. Well, okay. Well,
What about you, Deadwood?
Okay.
How have you found the week?
Boy, frustrating. Very exciting. I spent basically I spent way more time on this than I ever expected. This is why every time we do these things, I'm always like, I'm just gonna moderate. I'm not gonna participate. And I really wish I had stuck to my guns on that. I spent like an entire day just speed tuning my team, and then literally the last 3 days I've just been doing run after run after run. I had to leave and create 2 completely new clans and unlock all the levels just to make sure I could get enough runs in.
Nice.
I had a goal in mind and I wanted to
Jesus.
hit it, and so I just put in a lot of effort. But it was very fun and very exciting, and I thought it was really interesting, kind of watching how everything affects everything else. I learned a lot more than I was expecting, right? You know, so that was, I thought, very, very cool. Part of it that kind of I hadn't expected. Like, you know, you feel like you go through it and you know so much about the game, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, wait a minute, maybe there are some things I wasn't quite aware of before.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I've
that's
seen
good, though.
Hades talking trash in the chat already.
Classic. Before we do
Oh,
get
man.
started, though, there's a couple things I do want to point out for the chat. So there's several things I want to let you guys know on. First thing, we're going to be giving away gems. I think we have like 16,000 gems to give away from some of our monthly giveaways that we're going to be able to give out to you guys. And Plarium was really awesome, and they've been really supportive of this entire thing. Not only do they let us use the test server, and sometimes we'll keep it open longer if we need it, but they also have donated a bunch of rewards for you guys. So we've got, I think, 31 or 32 winners that are going to get a 5-star chicken, 200 energy, 500,000 silver, and 250 multi-battle passes. Or multi-battle attempts, right? So it's very cool that we're going to be able to give all that away to you guys. We're going to try and break it up, so it's not all at once. So we're going to basically try and have little breaks in between our runs, and I'm going to be able to give away some of that stuff. If you do win, one of our moderators will reach out to you asking for your number, and that's kind of the plan there. On top of that, I want to give a major shout out. Like, we get so much support from everybody, all you guys obviously being here, but also from the other content creators, even the ones that aren't here. We had some really cool stuff happen this year, which I was not expecting. And first off, I want to give a big shout out to Scratch, because Scratch was supposed to be originally in this, and he had like schedule conflicts, so he couldn't do it. And so just major love. He's here in the chat, which I think is really awesome, right? I know last time we had Layla Fox Nation was in chat. We had a bunch of other content creators like swinging by. And not only was it kind of a cool thing that we were doing, but I was really impressed that there was a couple of content creators that actually did content on this outside of this. They called them the leftovers, and they built teams using all the champions we didn't make, which I thought was super, super cool. So if you guys have a second, go check out MadCapper, go check out OddOneGaming. They both did these leftover teams. And let's see if I can't. I'm going to try and pull this up and see if I can't be really cool here and high tech and stuff, which I'm having a strong feeling is not going to happen, but we're going to give it a shot. If I can find what I'm looking for, which is a question. But yeah, look at that. Look at that. MadCapper putting together a Plan B team, a leftovers team, Kunoichi, Apothecary, Valerie, Kayrel, Urticata. Very cool champions. And did some good damage with that. And then you got OddOneGaming over here, going with a Nazana, Duodan, and Warcaster combination with Rugnor and who's that? Giscard doing some damage.
Oof.
So some very, very cool stuff, I thought, and I just appreciate you guys giving it a shot. They're doing this obviously on their original account, so it's like they can't really use all their best gear either. And boy, that makes a big difference. I don't know if how you guys feel about the gearing, but to me, that's kind of a huge part of this is the proper gearing, right? Like,
Yeah.
Massive.
Yeah.
so okay. Well, we'll just leave that question there, lying in the dust, and we can drift away, and we'll probably come back to it in future runs.
No, like being on the test server, the amount of times I changed gear, I reckon I spent, I don't know, I spent millions of silver and had to sell a load of my gear that I just wasn't going to use on the test server so that I could make space for more stuff I was taking off. And like I was just like constantly making tweaks all week to the point where I was like, did it get worse? Did it just get worse? What was I wearing before? Like it was quite stressful. Same with accessories, right? You kind of like which accessories do you want? Is there different types of accessories that are going to benefit different champions? It's one of the best things about Raid, I think.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely went through that a lot, where it's like, I'll switch something, and then I'm like, why am I dying? Now I'm dying? Oh, what did I do wrong? And it's too late. Now it's glyphed. I can't do anything about it.
Let's take glyphs off. Let's take them off.
I wish. The worst one is when you gear up all your champions in like a new build, right? Using some more speed glyphs, you're getting excited, and then it fails. And then you go back to your old gear, and then you just realize that you've just put speed glyphs on the gear that you used to speed tune. And then now you've got to find other gear pieces to rank up. It's a shambles, man.
Who's got speed glyphs left, by the way, on the test server?
None.
What?
I got like smaller ones,
only
not the big ones.
Small ones, yeah. Small ones. The big ones are gone.
I
The problem I
ran
run
through the big
into-
ones on Tuesday. I was like, those are done.
Dude, I all of my big ones were gone even before this. I did showcases of all the Supreme Champions. I didn't know this was happening. I spent all my glyphs to give them the best showcase possible. So I was working with small glyphs only for this one.
Yeah, definitely hard. Well, hey guys, before we get started, we're gonna show the first run. I think we're actually gonna start off with I think we're gonna start off with Clover. I think that's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna start.
Oh
with
yes.
And I think it's the most anticipated. I was the most intrigued to see what team he's gonna bring. So we'll start off there. Before we do though, I'm gonna put a giveaway in the chat. Basically, we're gonna be giving away 500 gems to 5 of you lucky winners. So go ahead and in the chat, all you gotta do, 1, be subscribed, right? That'll let you chat, and then 2, type in !mark Clover. And that's all you got to do, and you'll be entered in, and we'll give away 5 winners. So do that.
Beautiful.
And it'll be great. Yeah.
Can
we get some giveaways as well? I want some gems.
Yeah, can I enter on behalf of my free to play or not?
Get that going.
All right, I'm hoping this works.
Oh my god, that chat has just exploded.
Yeah.
Look at that.
16 people or something like that.
I don't know if my computer
we see
can
some
keep
winners
up with
there.
This one might be
We've seen
insane.
some winners.
How does that work?
Whoa.
He just randomly picks them based on. Yeah, I guess.
Looks like there's a lot of winners though, isn't it?
There's a lot of gems to go out.
True.
Let's see, we're gonna hopefully this works, man. I haven't done this.
How
on
many
YouTube
are
in a
you
while.
giving out?
But guys, if
first
there's
time?
any issues, bear with us, right?
Oh my gosh.
We'll just do it again. Just a test.
Yeah, if this doesn't work, we'll just do it again for sure.
This is a test. Oh god.
You guys gotta like the stream. It gives you luck.
Yeah, it gives you bonus luck. If you like this, if you like
Bonus
the stream,
luck.
that's bonus.
More gems. More
That's
gems.
what I hear.
Gotta click the like button.
If you share the stream, don't you get like an extra 5 entries?
Oh yeah,
Share.
that's true.
Yeah. Like, share, subscribe, all count. No joke.
Oh,
See,
man.
that was
how many times do you
200
think that we've
likes.
said? How many times do you think that we said, "Oh, please like and subscribe on a video"? I guarantee you'll be a millionaire by now.
Oh man.
Oh, of
So
course.
many times.
So when does this end?
I don't-
Do everybody have to
it's
type
2
it in?
minutes. All right, I think it just ended.
All right.
So
Okay.
I'm trying to see why. Oh man, dang it! I was really hoping this was gonna be nice and smooth. It's being real picky about it right now. All right, guys, you can stop typing !Clover in the chat.
Good luck getting them
Oh
to
my-
stop.
Well, I'm only getting like a few. It's
Power of the
not
gems, man.
yet. Excuse me. It's not showing enough tickets going out is a problem.
You guys should comment !Clover on every single one of Deadwood's videos for the next 2 weeks, just to make
Wow.
sure that you're entered in
Wow.
the draft.
Just to yeah.
No.
Definitely didn't have to be that guy right there. Definitely didn't have to do that to me.
I think he had to be that guy.
Mm.
For God's sake.
Mhm.
Can you imagine you just wake up in the morning, your whole YouTube feed is just Clover. Every video. Oh, good.
Okay. This is weird. All right, guys, I'm sorry. I'm probably gonna have to redo this. Let me see.
Oh no.
I'm
Oh,
sorry.
fantastic.
I'm working on
Are you
it.
doing it through? You doing it through your cloud bot?
They love it.
Yes, I'm trying to do it through CloudBot, Streamlabs.
You might just want to check. I do my giveaways through there. Check the advanced setting. Have you got it set so that it's like subscriber only or member only, anything like that?
That's how I have it set. Yeah.
Like member only won't be everyone in chat. Subscriber only will be, yeah.
So I'm sorry, guys. I had to cancel that one. We're gonna try this again. It is subscriber only.
Huh.
This is
Yeah. I saw a nice comment. Go NubRaids. Thanks for that.
NubRaids.
NubRaids. I haven't heard that one before.
I'm gonna stop calling you Mr. Nubby now. It's just gonna be that from now on.
Mr. Nutty.
All right, let's try this. Let's try this one more time. See if I can't. I try it one more
Hades,
time.
is this
We'll
the
see if it
trophy right
works.
here next to us? Where is it? Yeah,
What
it's
is
the
that?
trophy.
Trophy.
The Clan Boss Clover draft trophy.
Oh yeah. So did it.
All right.
The other side.
Try it again. We'll see if this works. I really want to be able to give this stuff out to you guys, so it's kind of important.
I've seen the cheeky Hades
It
one.
feels
on
like
that.
it's just not registering them. It's kind of the issue that I'm having. Let me show you.
Oh. Hopefully this registers this time. Oh, there we go.
I've now looked at Clover. So I just looking at Clover now, and I just see it as Sea Lover, and now I can't unsee it. Too many Clovers.
Okay, so
Because it keeps saying.
oh look at that,
Hey,
$2
thanks,
Clover.
Thanks, Brains. Appreciate
Oh,
you.
yeah, that's bribing.
He's trying to finesse the system. He's got the life hacks. I respect it.
Thanks, Nikolaj.
Trying to get through.
What is it? I'm so confused as to why this isn't working.
Have you logged into your dashboard on YouTube rather than Twitch?
Yes. What do you mean logged into my dashboard?
Like if on your like Streamlabs, got your icon for you top right, it'll drop down next to it. It will say like at the top of that YouTube, Twitch. Depends how you signed in. You know, have you got it's on your desktop? Yeah.
Yes, it is on my desktop.
So when you're in like CloudBot or whatever it's called, top right you see your little icon,
Uh-huh.
and then there's
Oh,
a
yes,
little
I am
arrow
in-
next to that. Are you on YouTube or Twitch? Press the little arrow at the top
I'm
of
in
that.
YouTube.
Oh, it's back.
Yeah, it's weird.
Don't know. I don't know. Just trying to think of some of the things I've done wrong.
So it's definitely
Yeah.
picking up some winners in the chat. So how's that affecting it then?
Yeah,
Is
I'm
it
not
just
sure
not-
why it's doing that either. That's where I was getting confused because I'm like, oh, it's not supposed to be doing that, is it? All right, I'm doing a test. No, yeah, see, that's not. I only have 2 people entered, so that doesn't make any sense.
Is
Maybe
it
it's
like a cap limit?
what they type. Maybe it's what they type. You have something different to register the ticket.
Oh wait,
Like
Like
Hades,
a
did you not-
capitalized. See.
Hades and someone else did exclamation mark raffle, and then it could be those 2 winners, maybe.
No, I just checked if that popped up, but it didn't.
It didn't. Okay.
You go into the giveaway settings, and you've got Clover written right there, I guess. Must have
Yeah.
got some people that are being entered. Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I've got time to do another run.
Sorry.
See, max out the damage.
Let's go.
Right. Okay. I'm sorry. Apologies to the chat. I know you guys are so anticipating for everything. I just really want to be able to give you guys your fun stuff out here. We have all this stuff, and I'm gonna need to be able to do it this way if we're gonna get it done. So, yeah, that's weird. The settings all seem fine, as far as I can tell.
Maybe try permission everyone,
Yeah, I think that might
if that
be it.
works.
Let's do that. I think that's gonna be the way to do it.
All I'm gonna see before I go to sleep in my eyes is just like Clover, 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 like it's the
Yeah,
Matrix.
Okay, new giveaway started.
Yeah.
It's being a real pain in the butt.
We got this.
Ah, there we go. Now we're working. Now we're cooking
Yes.
with gas. There you go.
Yes.
All right.
Let's go.
I got a bunch of people in here now. There
Let's
you go,
go.
guys. Type it in. There it is. Oh my God!
time to
Finally, we
start,
did it. We're gonna give away some stuff today. We're gonna give away all the things to you.
Oh, good.
Oh,
Look at those winners. Let's go. Congrats.
right? Finally. My God.
Team Clover. Team Clover.
Okay. Woo! Okay. We're gonna give away these five winners are gonna get 540 gems. That's what's gonna happen right now. Then we're gonna do 5 winners that are gonna get 5-star chickens, 200 energy, 500,000 silver, and some multi-battle passes.
Ooh, we
That's
love
the plan.
Some chicken.
Cool. And then we're gonna go into Cold Brew's run and Cold Brew's team. So while we're getting these 5 going, oh man, I'm just so glad that that's settled there. Feels so much better now. Cold Brew, I figured what we could do is start looking at your champions if you want.
Love it.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Let's start
Yeah.
off actually by telling us who you subbed in on your team. Who you took out.
All right. So, who I had to take out of the team just to make things work the way that I wanted was I had to take out Das Dirk. Alright.
Ooh.
Yeah. Had to take out Das Dirk, which made me lose out on the leech. Then I tried some alternatives for the leech, but then that wasn't working so much in terms of damage where I wanted it to be. So I went in with full lifesteal and didn't go with the leech, and I put in Broadmaw instead of Runekeeper just to give out that speed buff, crit rate buff, and turn meter boost to make my team work.
That's cool.
So that's the
Love it. Very outside the box kind of maneuver there. I did not expect to see Broadmaw make an appearance in this competition. I don't think anybody expected Broadmaw to make an appearance in this competition.
No way. That didn't even cross my mind.
Guess what? So you got crit rate and speed, yeah?
crit rate, speed, and turn meter boost from Broadmaw. 3 turn cooldown.
3 turn. Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me get these 5 winners here with 540 gems. So we're gonna have Mookie. We've got Thomas Roeder. We've got John Jones. Miller Manjaro.
Chat is going crazy.
That's a great name, Miller Manjaro. And Lars Morden Strabo. All 5 of you guys are going to be winners. You're going to get 540 gems. If I said your name, go ahead and contact one of my moderators. They should be pretty visible in chat. Or one of them will be contacting you, asking for your UM number, and that's how I'm going to be able to give you your gems. So that's the plan that goes there. That's the first one. We do have another giveaway here. So we're going to do this with the chickens. Rank 5 chickens, always a nice thing. So you guys can go ahead, type Clover in the chat, and we'll see if we can't get that. All right, let's look at your champions. So we've got, let me put that up here for you. So we've got good old Broadma. Looking lovely right there. Got 171 speed. Old school. I like it.
Very slow so that he would go in a 1-to-1, basically. but still apply the speed up buff and turn meter boost.
Nice. Then you got Jarreg at what's that? 150 speed? 151?
251. 251, yeah. Jarreg and Defiant and Lifesteal. Defiant helps, damage reduction. It was huge, but I actually had to forge those on the tester. I didn't have them already. And so I didn't have any charms to get them to a higher quality, but it was fine. I managed to get some pieces and make it work. But my lifesteal, wow, that's 2019 gear.
Wow.
Literally, I've never farmed lifesteal intentionally.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm shocked that you even have that much lifesteal gear on your account. Like,
I keep it on purpose for this kind of things and videos and stuff. I don't sell it because I use it sometimes.
It's reasonable. Okay, and then Liberga. This was a champion I just thought was going to be really great for you. Did she turn out the way you were expecting?
Yeah, she did a lot of damage, and honestly, the defense up buff also helped keep the team alive. The attack up also to get a little bit of damage, although not from all the champions. But it's the defense up that mostly helped. Her passive is random, so it was a lot of RNG there, and her A1 is also just a chance to apply the poison. So it was fine. There were times where the debuff bar was not full, but it happens in other times it was full because of the extensions. So it's very RNG in terms of how she works, at least in this team. Maybe in an ally attack or a counter attack team, you'd see a lot more consistency in terms of poisons. But it was also Venom Age, blowing those up, the poisons. That's why they were expiring so quickly. Yeah.
Everyone's in lifesteal. What the hell? I did not expect it.
Yeah, they had to be to stay alive. Because of the way that the team worked is I had to have Nia as the stun target, very specific stun target, and I couldn't change it. No, I didn't want to change it to a different target because I would lose damage. And also because Nia's A3 is on a 3-turn cooldown, the way that the tune worked is that it had to be on a 4-turn cooldown, so that it went before the AoE number 2, and it kept strengthened on her for the stun. So with that being a 4-turn cooldown, I had to have her take the stun, so she loses 1 turn basically, and her A3 is a 4-turn cooldown that way.
Nice.
Okay. There we go. All right. Well, we got. Whoa. So are we missing somebody here?
Nia, did you?
Yeah. There we go.
Show her.
Yeah. I figured we were missing somebody here.
Yeah.
So what's got lifesteal again?
Yeah, I struggled with Nia a little bit with the gear because I wanted to make her tankier to survive a little bit longer, but I couldn't push it anymore. I was like at 299k, so I thought, okay, just stop here with the glitch because I'm gonna risk it and I won't have the gear to drop power. I had already dropped the faction guardians. I was removing rings, but I couldn't do it on Nia because she ends up taking a lot of damage. At the final part of the run.
Right. Okay. All right. Well, I think that those are the champions that you're bringing in. We're gonna go ahead and put your run up in just a second here. Let's get the last of these winners out. So, I want to make sure I have them all. We've got.
Probably should remove your pinned message as well, Deadwood.
Yeah, I was just about to say that because
people are still crazy on the Clover.
Yeah.
Done. No more.
It's the pinned message.
Stop clovering.
Now they're gonna type it just for the meme.
Dear God.
Well, I've been doing that for the last 5 minutes, mate.
did you win anything?
Vagostano, you won a chicken.
Chicken?
Chicken. Oh.
KFC
Brother?
for dinner.
You want a chicken?
Yeah.
We're gonna feed the chat. Who else we got here? Looks like Stephen Galvin. You're gonna win. 3, right? 0 point. You're gonna win. 4. And then very last is gonna be ET. ET has. ET has.
ET,
You guys won, you
ET,
won as
come
well.
home.
So congratulations. You can either DM one of our moderators or one of them will reach out to you to get that done. Okay. All right, guys. No more needing to type in the Clover thing. Let's go ahead and get this done here. So we're gonna jump in best we can and get started here with watching the run. I'm really excited. I don't know. I'm a little nervous for you, but let's see how we do here.
Come on.
All right.
So excited for this one. This is like
I
one of
can't believe
the
actually Broadmoor is a sub. I did not see that coming at all.
Here we go.
Can't see it coming.
We can't see the setup, so we can see. I asked everybody to record the setup so you can see how it sets up, and you'll be able to see the player power. Make sure we're
Yeah, it's not full auto, but I had to look at the A2 because it was just a headache, and it's basically full auto after 2 A1s from Nia.
Okay.
Yeah, take the AoE boost here. I think it's A2 here. I think, yeah. A1.
You can.
By the way, Nia was a great healer because of her passive. She was healing everybody, and topping them up, so that helped the team survive overall.
Did you try it with like less people in lifesteal and just using Nia as your healer?
I did, but then after the big AoE started going through, I just they couldn't stay, topped up, so they wouldn't be the stun target. So
the animations are so sick. I love it.
Am I too loud?
I've been getting that the whole time in the chat. Yeah, I'm too loud as well.
Who's too loud?
Yeah, put the mic away a little bit.
That's probably me. There you go.
Hades is loving the chat today. Look at him.
Yeah.
Smiley face. He's just throwing emojis and random stuff. Is there any cheeky emojis I can get there? Let's see.
You know what? You don't see small speed buffs nowadays, do you? Broadmoor's dishing out like the visuals you don't normally see. Loving it.
He's there to help a little bit. It's the damage is like all Venomage and Lyberga. All the others are not doing so much, even with War Master. Even if they're taking multiple turns, it's still the damage is not a lot coming in because they're so heavy in defensive gear, especially Jureg and Nia. But they still have a little bit of damage, so they can crit and heal back when they drop low. I found, Jureg's heal over time be like a lifesaver at times when I needed to top them up. And I even had the Mastery 2 extended on a chance. So that helped, having that for 2 turns. And keep the team alive. So basically what this team is, almost everybody is going at a 3-2. I think Lyberga is not exactly 3-2. I think she misses like a one turn to be at a 3-2. Jureg is at a 3-2. Nia and Venomage, and a 1-1 on Broadmoor.
I think it's really interesting. Like you have, you opted for this 3-2 kind of speed tune, but you ended up taking Runekeeper out, who I thought would going to be actually kind of perfect for that type of a team.
Yeah, I found it difficult to tune him because I also had to consider, I was thinking about the stun, and I was trying to make it work so that he would cleanse the stun. Yeah. Maybe in hindsight, I could have done it so that I wouldn't care so much about the stun, so somebody would take it and just make sure that somebody takes the stun, loses the turn. But if it's a DPS, it would have been fine. But I had to just play around a lot on the on the calculator to make that work, and I just didn't have the time because I was changing teams all the time. I tried Warcaster for a little while in a block damage comp, but that would have been too slow with almost everybody at a 1-to-1, and that wouldn't really give damage. Even if it managed to survive to 50 turns, the damage would have been, I think, lower. You know, maybe like a 4 key or something. So, yeah, especially with Warcaster barely doing anything. But the the reset from Nia was so interesting to use, but it's very difficult because it's so random that if she goes any faster than a 1-to-1, she'll use it twice during the run, and especially after the stun, you're not really sure on who's very low on health to actually get her heal to land on the person that you want. So if it lands on somebody else that makes the tune work, it completely messes up the run. So yeah, it was such a headache.
Yeah, the only time I've ever been able to use her properly is when I had big shields in my team, which kind of like enabled me to always direct a reset somewhere. That's otherwise she's difficult to use.
Yeah, it is very interesting to see how you would use it, because when I initially wanted this champion, I had a very similar idea to you, right? Like trying to abuse it and get it on the same target, but it does start to become really hard because she goes for the champion with the lowest health, right? So yeah, man, it's unfortunate.
Tell you what, Broadmoor's putting in some hits there. 50 odd K on a hit. That's not bad.
Yeah, he's built a little bit with damage. He's built with damage, but he only attacks twice after his A2, so it doesn't scale up. I didn't have any revenge accessories to give him just for that RNG, so whatever.
By the way, while I was laughing earlier, not at the run guys, because I put an emoji from the chat, right? It was like I thought it was like a exploding face or something, and then somebody said that's an exploding purple pig or something, and I couldn't control myself. It was this one here. Look, I put some exploding purple pig, and someone brought it up, and I don't know, something got hold of me there. Couldn't control it. It's like purple pig or something, but I couldn't see it from where I was. I just thought it was someone. Oh, good.
Starting to take some chunky damage, turn 35. It really ramps up, doesn't it? Like 30, 30 onwards.
It's a lot of damage. It's a lot of damage, especially on the stun target. So you had to have that be very tanky to get a hit. And when you don't have any shields or stuff like that, or an ally protect to take like a bit of the hit, it really hurts.
Oof. When the damage starts, when you start seeing your champions go down to half health, it always is like,
it's like
knocks.
It's a mini heart attack. Yeah, it's the end. It's the end soon. But it was a consistent 3 key after I made the tune and everything. It was a consistent 3 key, so I was like, yeah, it's fine for what it is. It's fine. But with a little bit of luck, you could go higher than just the 3 key, you know?
I could see that. I could easily see that.
It's actually so cool seeing Broadmoor in this team, because he's like somebody that he's really not on your radar usually, and he's free for everyone if you do that fusion, right? That's always there.
Never would have thought.
So it's really cool to actually. If someone said to me, "Yo, I'll give you £1 million if you can guess this champion," I would have never guessed Broadmoor. So it's actually really cool to see.
Super left field.
It flows really nicely though. Like the team doesn't look at all clunky to me. It looks very, very smooth and everything. It's just about the having to use the lifesteal is kind of maybe the bit of a playing field here, right?
Yeah,
like Leech and Guardian.
Yeah, I would have gone a different way probably if I had, total freedom on the champions.
Mm-hmm.
How did you find the Liburga Venomage combination?
Yeah, they work well together, and I think with multi hits, Venomage works with the activations, and Venomage really has to go more than a 1-to-1 to actually be useful, especially when you don't have something like Nia's down, when you don't have something like a counterattack. Yeah, this is it. When Nia dies, it's done. When the one,
you didn't get the revive. Where's the revive? Come on, Broadma.
Come on.
That's what she was there for.
No, you had one job. One job, Broadmoor.
I totally forgot about that. I had it locked out. Yeah.
Oh, you got it locked out. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But
Well, that's
yeah,
not
he
too
he
shabby.
doesn't even. Yeah, it was fine. It was fine. I mean, I wanted to make it like a 2-key team, but it ended up being short a little bit by 5 million. So it's fine. It's fine. I think I did well with that Nia, and I stuck with her.
I wouldn't be. I'm not upset with it. I'm not upset with it. Do you remember what your final damage number was?
Yeah, 30.4.
Right.
You were bang on 50 turns, were you in the end?
Yeah, 50 turns.
Oh,
Yeah.
you survived till 50 there. That's impressive, man.
Very impressive.
50 turns is a long time to survive.
That's not small. All right. Well, we got our first run.
Capper
in the
wins.
bank.
MadCapper says I beat him.
What'd you say?
Kappa. I need to rub it in, Kappa. Come on.
With the leftovers.
Not cool, Cap. Not cool.
Hey, you had Valerie, right? You had Valerie.
Valerie
she's
OP.
low-key.
Don't say that to Deadwood. He hates Valerie.
Oh man, so over Valerie. Ridiculous. Very cool, very cool. Well, okay, look, before we go, I think we're gonna go over to Nub next. Before we do that, let's go ahead and now that we know how to give away stuff, we can actually do it in an efficient and smooth manner. So let's go ahead and do that. We got 500 more gems to give away. And we're gonna give 5 more chickens as well. So let's go ahead and do that right now. For the next 2 minutes, guys.
2,500 people in the stream. What the hell? Hit the like.
Ooh, yeah, it's
Let's
crazy.
go.
Hit that like button, guys. Let's go.
Yo,
it gives you extra bonus luck.
If you guys want to win
Clovers.
these rewards, make sure you're subscribed to the channel, and then you just type !Clover in the chat, and you'll get an opportunity to win. Again, !Clover in the chat for a chance to win. But yeah, got 500 gems or something to give away, and of course my Streamlabs is acting up at the moment, but regardless, should be happening.
Let's go, guys. Look at them likes.
Yeah,
Let's go.
These are for 2 minutes each, so that's what's going on right there. I want to get this knocked out so we can all pay attention to Nub, and I'm not distracted here.
So wait, is this like in orders of like how people came, or how is this? I'm a bit confused.
What are you confused about?
So the runs that we're showing now, is that like in orders or
No,
just randomly, right?
It's random.
just random. How I feel like doing it. I wanted to see Cold Brew's team the most, so I put it first. That's all it comes down to.
I'm just really curious on who you guys replaced out of your teams. So we'll see who's up next.
I think they're all very interesting. I don't value one team above any of the others. Like they're all equal.
Hey,
Oh
Hades,
my
we did a collab with Hades the other day. He was so confident about his secret weapon. He didn't reveal
My
it to
secret
me.
weapon is insane.
Yeah.
I can't even
Gotta
describe it.
wait out.
I'm looking forward to seeing that. All right.
He's so
Didn't-
confident. I was like,
Did-
what?
did
What
anyone-
is
I've only got one person to thank as well. Ash. I would not
Ash?
even thought of this champion without Ash. Yeah.
There you go.
Brilliant.
So
Did
if we
anyone
lose,
guess?
we all get to blame Ash for it. Thank you.
Thank you, Ash.
All right, we're giving out some winners now. We got Pro Wave Designs. You're getting 500 gems. Rich Howells. You're getting 500 gems. Garm Bell Iblis. You're getting 500 gems. Chris Jones. And Happy Tree. Congratulations on the wins. We appreciate you guys. Now we're going to be giving out real quick here. We got 5 ranked chickens. 1. You got 1 rank 5 chicken. You got 5 winners for rank 5 chicken. That's what we're doing. That starts right now. So go ahead and type that in.
So many chickens.
It's
It's always
like
weird
KFC.
doing these. It feels like it slows things up a little bit. Hey guys, thank you so much for becoming members. I appreciate that. Everybody doing those super chats too. Much love. It's hard to keep track of everything and shout everyone out, but I do appreciate you very much. Let's go in here.
I'm finally going to be able to see Nubs' team. I've been trying to find it all week. This guy's been hiding, I'm telling you.
How did you not see it when you were in the same clan? How's that
No,
work?
I think that he must have been hitting it when I wasn't hitting Clan Boss, and then when it resets, you can't see the damage, right? So was you doing it in the evenings or something?
I did most of it on, I think it was Tuesday or Wednesday. Yeah, Tuesday, and then Wednesday morning I did some, but it might have reset after that.
Yeah, I just couldn't see anything. I don't even know who you're using. I don't know what damage is. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, so I'm excited.
Yeah, I think it was Wednesday or something, because I went into a clan and I saw Nubs. I saw 45 keys used, 500 million damage. I was like, oh my god. The clan was almost at affinity. I was like, okay, dude, I gotta get out of this clan.
I'll explain why when we get to the gearing. But I was fishing for some crazy RNG. Run. Yeah. Oh,
yeah. I guess it was either that, or you would kind of hide your damage or something, or just looking for RNG, with the team.
Needed the triple refresh to hit every single run, every round.
Yeah,
that has to be done, man. You gotta hit I was doing 11 to 15 keys, 0 damage, and then start doing my keys after that.
Yeah,
I started doing that. I saw Deadwood in my clan. I was like, oh no, I need to put in some 0 runs just so he doesn't get my numbers.
Deadwood was
I did the same thing. All right, Brandon Bonhoff, you win. Ethan, you win. Lakha Sharma. Amin Majed. And Trip Manzella. Y'all are going to get 1 5-star chicken, 200 energy, 500,000 silver, and 250 times multi-battle passes. Along that way. Okay, giveaway's over. Giveaway's over. Stop spamming the chat. Or spam it with emojis if you guys can. That works always. Always works. My moderator.
Let's get some. Let me get some more pigs.
I clearly need to double their pay.
Go.
0 2 0.
Gems and chickens. Pay them in gems and chickens.
Oh, there's the emoji spam.
Yeah, let's get those purple pigs in, guys. Yes, let's go. Look at the purple pigs. We love them. I don't know why it made me laugh so much earlier, and Clover was trying to speak right, and I was just hiding my face. Someone said something so funny in the chat, man. I can't even remember what you said.
All right, I love the emoji, guys. Way to respond. All right, so here we go. I feel a little drunk with power. I don't know about you guys. I feel a little bit like, if I say, spam it with spam it with emojis, we'll do it. Everybody say, type DWJ. Type DWJ, guys. Everybody, right now, type DWJ.
I'll do it for you.
Wait, DWJ. I hit the chat. How can I see the chat?
You just click at the top, it'll be there.
Refresh.
You guys are the best. I just want to say that. You're the best. Couldn't do this without you. Nub. So I know you recorded this with all showing all the champs and the stats and stuff. So I'm gonna need you to kind of narrate us through this, because I can't stop it and pause it to highlight bits or have that conversation. So
my bad.
It's totally fine. Are you kidding me? This is great. I have less to do. This is really good.
Hey.
But just you're on point. You got to kind of tell us what's going on, and then once we get into the run, we'll obviously have a chance to offer our thoughts and stuff. But all right, guys, we're about to see Nub's team. Oh, first, before you do that, how did I almost forget this? Who did you substitute in? Who'd you take out and who'd you sub in?
So I took out Grush and I subbed in Tagore because he was the champ you wanted to pick. Ooh. So he must be good, right? He must be good.
I don't know.
I tried to summon for him, but
it's good logic.
Well, actually, before we start the run, I actually didn't own Tagore, and as you guys probably remember, I didn't own Ruella. Does anyone have a guess for how many shards I had to pull? It's a lot. How many shards I had to pull? Ancient shards to get Ruella.
I won't get involved in this one because you told me before.
Oh, I did. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm curious. Anyone in chat? How many ancient shards?
3,000. I'm gonna say.
Type in how many shards you think
it's lower because it's one epic every 20 on average. That's a pity. So
it's not 2x.
Yeah, 1,000.
Okay, it took me. I had to figure it out from figuring out how many gems I spent. On the test server, we have 1 million gems. I spent 250,000 gems on
Oh,
ancient
geez.
shard refills. It was 3,400 ancient shards,
Oh my
approximately.
God.
It took hours. It takes
Yeah.
so long.
It's
Did
the
you
feeding,
record
right?
it?
You have
It's
to
the
feed
feeding
them
of it.
all. Oh my
yeah.
god.
Yeah, you feed it. Yeah, the epics
Yeah.
are locked. The fusions take longer clicks.
Yeah, I hate permanent fusion so much now because you have to click twice. I pulled 2 Horned Eggs, 2 Glacea Soul Guides, so those champions are half as rare as Ruella.
Did you do a video on it when you were doing it?
No, it was actually, it's so bad. Like, when you're pulling that many shards, it actually sucks all the fun out of it. It turns one of the most fun and exciting parts of the game into the most horrible, horrendous grind. So,
Oh no.
it was
That'd have been a fun
very-
video though. 250,000 gems for Ruella.
Oh my god, yeah. Most expensive champion ever. Mm-hmm. So
All
there you
right.
go.
I'm putting in some options here in the chat. We're gonna have a little poll up. You guys can guess how much damage Nub's team is going to do.
Ooh.
So
Like it.
there you go. Got some math symbols in there, so we'll see who can actually decipher that as well. We got a nice little poll up there. How many shards did you say you ended up pulling?
Almost 3,500, 3,400, I think.
Ridiculous. All right, Nub. Here we go. Talk us through your team.
Sure. All right. So, yeah, we've got the team as you can see. Sepulcher in the lead for the defense aura, and we're going into the gearing as well. So we've got Tagore. He is in Guardian, and he has to run very fast for the speed tune.
Oh,
That sort of doesn't work. Those are his masteries. I didn't actually fill them up. Dark Hail is actually in Bloodthirst gear. I don't have any lifesteal, but I was able to forge Bloodthirst, so I had some stockpiled. Sepulcher also in Guardian set. And they're all built with kind of high damage, right? Sepulcher is built to smack pretty hard. Ruella, she does need, and Dark Hail, they both needed the masteries to extend their debuffs. I found that the debuffs wouldn't work very well otherwise. She was also in Bloodthirst, and then we've got Guardian on Sandlash as well. So yeah, we go into it. I actually, funny enough, I didn't show the preset, and this is something, because I did the start of this run so many times fishing for good RNG, that this was actually one of my first runs. I tried so much to improve this, and it didn't work. I tried so much. The biggest change I made was I was really struggling with the stun targeting. That the stun targeting for this team, because the buffs are all over the place, it's entirely random, and it breaks the speed tune. So to try to fix that, I actually changed Sepulcher into Reflex gear, and then did like 50 runs trying to get the perfect RNG so she would get block debuffs back to block every stun. And that did kind of work. It would actually get them into a proper 2-to-1 speed tune, which is what I was trying to do. But it was very, very random, and because you're going for a good few turns, it wouldn't quite work. Like, it would eventually, the randomness would fail, it would break down. And actually, you'll see when we get to the end, the Guardian sets actually make a huge difference for me. And I found that by taking the Guardian set off Sepulcher, we'd get a few more million damage, actually, even going up to the later turns for how far I could go. But then we would inevitably wipe earlier because they just couldn't survive. So the Guardian sets actually was really big. And yeah, so you can see the start, I delayed, I think, Sepulcher 2 turns. One thing I tried was delaying her block debuffs 3 turns, which actually made the first few stuns not mess stuff up and they go into the speed tune, but I found that they got broken out of the speed tune really quick anyway, so yeah, it's quite fun. But yeah, so the damage per turn for the team actually is fairly high, and if it goes into the speed tune for a decent time with that random strat I tried, it would actually be pretty good damage. I'm excited to see what you other guys did in terms of damage per turn. I hope that you're not higher, because I think you're definitely going to live longer. But yeah, it's an interesting team. Tagore, the sub that I've brought in, he brings increased speed on a 3-turn cooldown. It also heals. He does quite a decent chunk of healing. He also, I didn't know this, but his revive puts out a shield. He actually does the revive for the shield if you leave it on without reviving anyone. So he does an AoE shield, which was kind of nifty, actually, to try to live. Yeah, I didn't know that he did that. But yeah, his A1 loves putting out increased defense on whoever's the lowest health, which he'd usually be putting on Sepulcher, who I wanted to be the stun target, so that didn't quite work out. But yeah, and
We've got good damage per turn here. Like Sepulcher and Sandlash both hitting really hard.
that's one thing that I realized, right? So I've actually, if you want to go back like after the stream or whatever, anyone who's watching and interested in a team like it, you could see that there's really high damage built on Dark Kale and Ruella, but actually you get, because I don't have increased attack on the team, that's something I just don't have. So that limits the raw damage that they do. But we do have fairly consistent increased defense from Sepulcher. I think Sepulcher herself nearly always has it because of Tagore and what he's doing. So they actually smack really hard, so they got that boosted damage. They are defensive damage dealers. I'm interested to see, like, I think YST's team, for example, has a lot of defense champions. So you can build them tanky and they hit harder, which is really important in these killable teams. So yeah, it's actually quite interesting.
Yeah, really
Also,
cool.
I'm actually loving this team, man. It's really cool.
Cheers. But
So it's generally going at like a 2-1 ratio, but not quite because of the stun. Is that kind of what I'm hearing?
yeah, so like I did build it to be a 2-1 ratio, but because the stun can hit Tagore, or if it hits Tagore, Sandlashed, or Ruella, it breaks the speed tune.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I said, I tried stuff to fix it, and I did fix that, but it was also extremely unreliable, and I don't know, I just never managed. I got a run that was almost as good as this one with that, but I never got one that beat it. I think I could have definitely got a few, maybe 2 or 3 million more than I got with perfect luck. But I saw Deadwood saying that he thought the winner might get like a 1 key, and at that point I said, all right, well, I'll just give up then.
Psych them out, guys! Psych them out! Perfect! Yes!
It's still so strong
Nailed
because it's like 1 million per turn now. So it depends on how long it survives, but it's really high damage. So it's a quick team anyway.
We'll see. So what are we hitting? We're going up to about turn 20 is when things start getting sketchy. So that was a big thing. Sorry, you can say something.
Sorry, I interrupted you. Yeah.
Oh no, you're grand. I was just gonna say that, like, it's just the way that my draft went. Like, you've got the increased defense from Sepulcher, which is great, but it's a 4-turn cooldown. And even though we've got the buff extension, right, you're not gonna have increased defense on the whole team the whole time. Ally protection from Sandlash will proc, and it's very helpful. But again, that's on, I think, a 4-turn cooldown her passive, so it's not up the whole time. So that's where things get sketchy. Like the clan boss, his damage ramps up, and for my team, he will hit me, and I'm not gonna have those buffs. And like, if you don't have ally protection, that's half damage basically. You're gonna get smacked. Or increased defense, you're gonna get smacked. So that was like a really big challenge for this team. That's part of why I kind of stuck with the Bloodthirst and damage builds on these champions as well. I kind of figured I'm just gonna die. Like at some point, I'm just dead. Because my buffs aren't going to be up all the time, and I couldn't figure out a way to keep them up all the time. So I said, you know what, YOLO, we'll just go for the high damage strat instead.
How many did you have here in Guardian gear? Is that 2 or 3?
I've got 3 in Guardian. Yeah. It's actually so good, especially on these tanky characters, because they're so tanky that the healing they get from it is actually plenty. Plus with Tagore's healing.
Yeah.
And when you think about it, like, you know, going into it, for let's say Dark Hail, who's there in Bloodthirst, 3 Guardian sets, that's giving him 30%. That's crazy, right? That's a huge chunk of damage mitigation that he wouldn't have. It's going to let him survive hits that he otherwise wouldn't survive, which is, I think, a really big deal.
I do wonder, Clover, if you'd gone Guardian here, if actually it would be better than you thought. Like, pretty much you would have the same type of setup that Nub's got here, and
yeah,
I don't know, the ally protecting.
Yeah, I was thinking it during, like, when I was watching this now, but I don't know if they would have kept with so high amount of health so that the stun targeting wouldn't switch to any of the other champs.
Yeah,
the White Dread Nia
because because if anybody else got hit, except for the damage dealers, it would break the tooting, and yeah, the ally protects really held the team strong.
Very interesting.
So right here, I said turn 20 is when things start getting sketchy. Turn 30, things start to get real sketchy, and this is where this is where we're crossing the fingers, right? You're like, okay, ally protection has to proc at the right time. The 50-50 from the Sepulcher passive, we need that to proc just right. Okay, we need the stuff to come up just right. Dark Kale, you can see I have him in counterattack accessories. He actually rips the poisons off, and if there aren't 2 poisons on the boss, he can crit.
Yeah.
You need the Dark Kale, like that Master Hexer to extend the poisons, and you need that to just.
I bet he had that feeling.
Right.
Do you know that feeling when he's about to smack and you're like, oh no, and then he just survives.
Yep, pretty much. So bam, the hit comes in. You can see she actually tanks the stun just fine if she gets hit, and yeah, they're able to heal it up. But yeah, there's a lot like, ooh, he really smacks you there. And
I'll tell you what though, the stun isn't causing you trouble. It's the AoEs, isn't it? Like actually the stun hits, you're not anywhere near dying.
Yeah.
So
yeah, no. It is the AoE hits for sure because the gala protection and stuff like that. Yeah. Yeah, we're really getting smacked now.
The stun took that one on the nose.
Oh my
stun
gosh.
Hurt.
Oof.
Yeah. The problem with the stun was that it would break the speed tune, which would up the damage a lot because then he'd go on a proper 2-to-1 at that point. Whereas I don't know. I have no idea what happens with this. It doesn't quite work. Anyway.
Yeah, I'm impressed, man. You're still trucking. This is a pretty long run.
We got the 2 key, which I was really happy about. Yeah, that was like a goal. I wasn't sure if I was going to get there. I can tell you for a fact this is not a consistent 2 key team. It's a very consistent 3 key, absolutely no problem. It is not a consistent 2 key team at all. I think here you can see the buffs start to fall off. We've got a round where, yeah, and boom, one shot, everyone's dead. Just like that, they're gone. They're gone.
No,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I
it's just-
love
it's just-
that. That was so cool, man.
So I was sweating
nice.
there a bit. Brew got to like about 35 turns. And was like, man, wait, my team is dying there, and his team is just going. The turn count kept going up. So, yeah, but there we go.
That is
The
so cool,
Dark
man.
Hail A2, it's very underrated, and the extension of the debuffs helps a lot when you have him taking so many turns.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that was a kind of fun thing as well. Ruella, her decreased defense weaken. It did need a bit of luck with Master Hexer, like to extend it just a little bit sometimes, and then you get a good uptime. Not quite 100% uptime, but her plus Dark Hail was a pretty cool combo that his extension makes the 4-turn actually kind of work. So yeah.
Do you regret pulling all of those shards for Ruella?
I think it made for a fun story. Would I do it again?
Yeah.
No. If we do another draft like this, I'm only picking champs I own. Thanks very much. No way.
No, seriously though, I was watching that run. I was so into it because I love all of like these new quirky clan boss teams, and I've never seen Tagore and Ruella paired together and stuff like that. So yeah, man, really cool synergy. I enjoyed it, and Dark Hail actually coming in to extend the debuffs of Ruella to make sure that it practically makes that a 3-turn cooldown, like you were saying. So really cool team, man. Really cool.
I didn't see at the end there. Who was doing like the lion's share of your damage on your clan? You know?
Yeah, so
Who
Dark
was
Hail
Dark
does the most.
probably?
No surprise. But
Poisons.
actually, the thing that surprised me, Ruella's damage is actually really low. She did maybe 5 million. I think Dark Hail's probably about 13. But Sandlashed absolutely ripped him apart because she attacks every turn. She got increased defense on a lot. So I was really impressed with her. Guardian set Sandlashed, I think, did about 8 million. So she did way more than Ruella, even with Giant Slayer on Ruella and Damage Gear on Ruella. So yeah, she beasted it. And Sepulchre did a good chunk as well. To Gordon, he did a bit. Not too much, though.
I can dig it. Well, we got 2 down. We've got 3 competitors to go. Let's do another giveaway real quick. We got another giveaway, 540 gems. Type !Clover in the draft in the chat. Be a subscriber. Hit that in the chat. We'll get 5 more winners for that, and then we'll do 5 more winners for chickens. YST.
Yep.
Hades. Should we, you know what? I was going to ask you guys who wants to go next. Between the
Is it
three
just
of
me
us.
lagging
Who should
out
go
right
next?
now?
Can you, what?
Am I lagging out or something? Because I'm going.
No,
Am
you're
I
here.
going
I think
crazy?
Deadwood's
Am I good?
feeling a bit laggy to me.
Yeah,
Am I
I
a
couldn't
bit
hear what
laggy?
you're saying.
Can you guys not hear me?
But I got the gist of it. Who wants to go next? Deadwood or YST?
I guess not Hades then, in that case. I guess not, huh?
I don't mind.
I think we're going to
What
go
you
with
saying,
YST. Can you hear me? You're good?
Yeah, I can
Yeah.
hear you. Yeah.
Cool. I think we'll go with you next if you're down for that.
Okay. Yeah, that's cool.
All right. Mr. YST is going to be next on the list. We're getting this done here. What can you tell us who it is that you've subbed out on your team?
Absolutely nobody.
Oh, you just stuck with the same five, did you?
Stuck with it?
I am.
Yeah.
The only competitor not to make
Doing-
any changes. I'm very intrigued
Wow.
to see how this.
Did
one
you even
goes.
try other champions?
Rear
or not?
guard.
Nope.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Pretty big. Pretty big.
I tried so many other champions. I tried.
No, I did try. I tried to swap out Haikatoon at one point, and then I figured out that Apothecary is not green, so I had to put Haikatoon back in.
Oh, right.
Oh yeah, we had the greens. Yeah.
Yeah, so I was like, oh, this is cool, like Giant Slayer procs of Apothecary, and then I had to get him out of there. This guy's blue or something.
That's.
I totally forgot about that, and I would have, if I swapped out Nia, would I have one?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
the thing.
Oh, you had
Oh,
Venom.
you had Venom
there,
Mage.
didn't
Oh, you
Yeah,
had
Venom
Venom. Yeah,
Mage.
you were sorted. You're sorted.
Oh yeah, I did. Okay.
All right,
Never
guys,
mind.
we got 5 winners here. Complete that. Boom, 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 boom. All right, we got 5 winners here for 540 gems. We've got Narvi, Sovereign, Espada, and Batman, and Mikulas Jakub Abanik, which was a mouthful, and I think I actually got that pretty close to right. Okay.
you? Nice.
Oh, one thing I forgot to mention, and we didn't talk about with Cold Brew either, was blessings and stuff. So I had like a 2-star blessing on Dark Gale, which was nice, bit of extra damage. I did Phantom Touch. And then I was really lucky, I had a 3-star for Tagore, so I stuck Cruelty on him, right? I figured that would be, I don't know what you guys went for if you had blessings, but I figured Cruelty
Yeah,
would probably be the
Cruelty.
one that would add the most damage, like decrease that defense. So that was pretty big, I think.
Dude, the blessings, kind of massive, actually. I can tell you from my experience. Are we going to do another quick one? 5 winners for a 1-star. Nope, that's not right. 5-star chicken. You can get 1 5-star chicken. I cannot say these words all together for some reason. I don't know why it's so hard, but I cannot do it. But we got 5 more winners. So we're going to let this one go for just like a minute. This is kind of long, and there's obviously a million of you guys here in the chat, which is amazing and awesome. So just type !Clover like everybody else, and you get a chance to win a chicken. Nice emojis, Hades. I appreciate that. That was great.
No worries.
Saw a bunch of chicken heads running by. I was like, yes.
Hades is loving it today. Where's those
You-
chickens, man?
Yeah, you guys gotta like the stream as well, cause I don't see any likes.
Oh yeah,
I don't see
that's
any
true.
likes.
Barely
That's half.
like there.
I'm seeing 2,000 joins for the giveaways and only 1,300 likes. Come
Yeah.
on, guys, we got this.
Wow.
Are they not
And
real to
Deadwood
get double
passed
entry?
the
Double entry
60k,
for a
so
like.
congrats on that.
Crazy.
Oh wow, congrats, Deadwood.
Oh, nice, man.
Yeah.
What'd I do? What'd I do?
You just passed 60k subs, man.
Oh!
Yeah,
let's
Thank
go.
you guys.
Let's go.
Congrats.
Get the like for Deadwood. Let's go.
We want a speech.
60k speech. Let's go.
Well, let me first. I'd just like to say thank you for everybody coming in here and making me look good by losing to me today and allowing me to get to that 60,000 sub mark. I really appreciate that. Not everybody's willing to put themselves, face first on the floor that way for me to step on and to climb to this part. So I just want to thank you guys for being my doormat to success. Thank you. Is that kind of what you were
Amazing. Love
looking
it.
for?
It was better than expected.
I feel inspired.
Yeah, definitely.
No, honestly, that's a pretty crazy benchmark to hit, and it's pretty humbling. So, really, I appreciate all you guys that seem to enjoy content that we do here, and you guys obviously for participating and help us get to this point here. So we got our winners for this one. All right. So we
Do you
got
ever stop and think?
Jorge
Sorry, go
Bull,
ahead.
Swift Cut, Poppin H, Jacob Larutis Bessenbacher, and UFC Fight Club. I hope
Oof.
that's the official account. I just really want that to be official UFC account. I know it's not, but I really do. But anyway, guys, thank you for that. So those are going to be the giveaways for right now, and now we're going to run into YST's team. So again, all you that won, you're going to need to give your UM code to one of our moderators. They should be reaching out to you at some point here. And so, yeah, just wait for that moment. And okay, YST. This is what we got here. Let's find champions. We can show that part. Start off our little discussion. All right, my friend, walk us through your team, your build, your approach. You've got good old Geo up there.
I'm gonna be a little bit behind because the stream's like a little bit for me. I'm a bit behind, but why is it not letting me opening it in my Discord? It's not letting me. It's not letting me enlarge in it. It's just small.
Oh, well, that's.
I've got an issue with that. That's just my fault, but yeah.
Yeah, I've got the same thing.
Yeah. So basically, Guardian builds. Of course, we're trying to absorb some of that damage, right? Wait, what are you trying to say?
No, you're good.
What? Oh, it's because I'm seeing the YouTube thing. All right, yeah. So Guardian gear, we're trying to absorb some damage whilst healing by damage. We've tried to optimize as much HP as possible alongside the defense stats to survive the big slams, of course. And yeah, didn't really care about crit capping or anything on this one because I don't have the gear to do so on my account, unfortunately. So I had to, because traditionally with Guardian gear, I always use it for Hydra Boss for like sustainability on like a snick track or something like that. So I didn't ever feel like I needed to have like damage stats in my substats. I used to just sell them off for space. But now in this one, I kind of did wish that I could have implemented some of that with my Guardian gear, but I was very limited. But we made it work.
Got Godseeker?
Yep, very similar thing. I'm just going over here.
Okay. I'm trying to put a poll here in the chat.
There we go.
See what people think your damage is going to be.
Yep, so the Guardian gear on this one, so he was going at nearly 250 speed, close to that in the Guardian gear again. We had a nice ascended piece for the chest plate, which I was actually pretty excited about. I had that stored away somewhere on somebody, I don't know where, but that had like a big bunch of HP percent on it, which was nice. And yeah, just optimizing quite a lot of damage on her whilst trying to get the speeds was pretty hard. But she was actually kind of like a DPS for me, if I'm honest. Like, she smacks harder than I thought.
Okay.
So yeah, really cool.
Okay, nice. You got Haikatoon. Wow, 268 speed. So you're definitely going at that 2-1 ratio type of thing.
Yeah, we're going 2-1 in this team. The toxic set, like, I tried it with Guardian, right? But I was surviving longer, but the damage wasn't kind of reciprocated at all. I was really relying on a poison because I don't have any poisoners in my team. So the toxic set definitely I needed to have on her, unfortunately. But yeah, kind of added to her damage numbers, mainly there just for the increased speed and turn meter to enable the 2-1 team. And really happy that I got her, to be fair. Like, she fitted into the team perfectly.
Very nice. Very nice. And then you've got Hatatsu here. 196
Yes.
speed.
Man of the match. Slowest of the team. One champion that Deadwood wasn't happy about, of course. But Hatatsu, of course, is in a Guardian build as well. He's built for decent damage. Like, I can't recall exactly how much from here. We had about 80% crit rate, around 230% crit damage or something. But because he's based on defense, he was smacking like an absolute wrecking ball. So he was kind of working as a DPS as well, but bringing all of the buffs and debuffs that I need for my team. But the leech was very important to have him in a support tree, whereas my other champions are in defensive masteries for counterattacks, because I was trying to extend the leech debuff.
That makes sense.
But yeah, that's basically Hatatsu, my boy.
I'm really glad you pointed out that I wanted that champion too. Thank you for that.
Of course, yeah.
We've got Rearguard Sergeant here.
Yeah.
This is your only ally protection champion, right?
Yes, my only ally protectors. Yeah.
Stalwart gear. Nice.
So I went for Stalwart, and unfortunately, I'm one of those players that's never bought a Forge Pass before, so I don't have any Defiant gear apart from the free pass, where you get like 10 rolls or something whenever it comes on rotation. But so I've had to just kind of work on Perception gear and Stalwart gear, whatever I could do to optimize the speeds, whilst I'm getting the HP and the defense, because with these ally protection champions, we want to be stacking our HP as well, right? So trying to get everything in there with the speeds, I did struggle a little bit in Stalwart, as I'm a little bit limited once again. But I got the stats that I wanted. She was doing completely fine, and yeah, I was happy with the build overall.
All right. Well, that's what we got for those. So let's go ahead and we'll jump in and do the run. See how your run goes here. In the chat, by the way, about just under 50% of the people think you're going to do between 35 and 50 million, and about 40% think you're going to do between 50 and 70 million. So you got. This seems like everybody's pretty confident about that two.
Pressure's on.
Two key number there.
We don't feel pressure. Redemption.
Yeah.
No pressure at all. All right, let's go. Let's see what we can do. So this is gonna.
So
be the
this
setup
is
here.
the presets. Yeah. So basically, the way that I had it set up is that we've got the preset for the first turn, so we don't have to worry about that. But then leading into the second turn, there's a bit of manual there just before clicking auto again. So we're way below that 9 turns that you gave us as part of the challenge. Yeah, pretty simple speed tune. When I was first doing it, I was there for ages trying to manually and knowing how low that we could go to press auto. But yeah, there you go. Toxic sets going out. We're going to be opening up with that decreased attack debuff, placing those burns and that weaken. And we're just going to be reflecting with the Geomancer damage pretty much. But it does start to sink around turn 6, I believe, where everything falls in line. We've got full buff coverage on everybody, increased defense, the counterattacks go out from the masteries, and it's just a really cool put together team. The leech, of course, is what needs to be up in order for a successful run, healing by 18% of the damage inflicted from our allies, because we don't have any lifesteal gear. So we're relying on that Guardian, the ally protection at all times, and the leech to land of the Hatatsu to make sure that we get the best run possible, which definitely took a lot of runs to do so. The stun targeting, many of you guys may have seen in the drafts and stuff that I was planning to put Hatatsu as the lead champion, and I had a speed tune which I first ever did. But with that speed tune, the issue was that we actually spoke about it on Deadwood's channel, that Hatatsu's passive reads in a very weird way where he removes the stun debuff, and I thought, wow, this is great, man. Like, I could take the stun off and live life and just tank it up. But the brute reality is, the poison debuff of the clan boss, he actually removes that as well before the stun. Therefore, we lose the... Yes. Yeah, he because it says
Oh, that sucks. Actually,
it says it removes stun, freeze, fear, true fear, and all this stuff before other debuffs. I never read that bottom part.
Right.
Yeah, so because only the poison's up, he chooses to remove that. So then I lose the cooldown for the stun turn. So yeah, then I was just speaking with like one of my friends called Fisher, and then I was just saying, oh, maybe we could just do like a Geomancer in the lead position instead. I was like, why didn't I just think of that? I was trying to force this stun targeting with the passive for so long, and it was just as simple as putting Geomancer there, pretty much. Yeah, it works out pretty well. Geomancer takes the stun the entire time, and yeah.
And I guess because Geo's got quite long,
also deflects that damage.
He's got long
damage,
burn, hasn't he? So it actually stays up for a decent time.
For anybody that thinks like Geomancer is a very good champion for Void, but for anybody that actually uses him in a Void composition and not basing on Affinity Clan Boss, you're not reflecting in the same way, because the Void Clan Boss hits you once, Affinity Clan Boss attacks you 4 times, so you actually get a lot more reflections and stuff like that. So that's where the damage goes like crazy numbers. So as you see here with some of the ticks, we get like what? 1 tick. There's like a few 800s in there, but you get like 175,000 tick if you're lucky here and there. So it's not like as impactful as Affinity, but he does decent, I'd say.
Would you, if you could redo your draft, would you like change him for a different type of damage dealer then, do you think? Or would you still like have him as high up in the list as you did?
No, the main reason for Geomancer for me is the damage mitigation, the 15%. If you're not running shields and you don't have a Venom H for heal reduction and stuff like that, being able to survive a very long time without that damage mitigation is very, very tough, man. Especially when you think about the stun phases and your ally protector being able to survive a pretty long time. That's very, very impactful. And the second you take that away from the team is when you realize it's not as impactful as you like. It's more impactful than you think. So I wouldn't change it, no.
Actually, chat's saying here like Nub's damage per turn is a fair bit higher than what yours is at the moment. I wonder if yours ramps up though with Geo.
Yeah,
Beta.
but exactly that's going to ramp up. The Geo will ramp up compared to
The damage, so obviously right now there's that starting phase where it's not really 2-to-1 straight away. It kind of goes into that throughout the tune, so it takes a bit of time to pick up. But yeah, it's not as damage output, I'd say, as Nubs in terms of per turn, but we'll see where it goes, man.
I mean, considering the brackets for the votes and how much damage starts at 35 million as the bottom, and I barely got higher than that, I'm not feeling too confident about the long term.
Yeah.
I would say if anyone wants to go make a coffee, now's the best time to do it.
Oh, really?
Oh, wow.
Oh, man, is this going to be like a 25-minute run?
Redemption.
It's such a tanky team. This is going to go great.
YST's recording is definitely the longest out of all of them that we have.
Oh,
Could be. I don't know.
Interesting,
I'm not too sure if I'm honest.
I
Like,
had to put it together. I know that much.
Yeah, he
Right?
knows.
As
Oh
far as
man.
damage goes, it's a different story. Potentially, I don't know. But as far as like the length of the run,
Ooh.
like your video's the longest.
Like how
Which is
Deadwood's
kind
trying
of
to no
I
kid
could have
anything
just-
away.
I might have just put my victory speech towards the end of the video, and it's just me just talking about it already, pretty much.
That's very possible. That's very possible.
Final 10 minutes is just YST dancing.
Yes.
So wait, where did the chat say that we would get to? Sorry, I missed the poll.
They said
Can I go?
about 49% said you'd get between 30 and 50 million,
35 to
and
50.
42%
Yeah.
said you get between 50 and 70 million. So
Yeah.
pretty wide range, but they definitely nobody thinks you're going over 70.
Yeah.
And I kind of kept it
I
at
think- I
50 range.
I think it's gonna be over 50 because if it goes to 50
Yeah.
turns, that's when.
Yeah, 'cause-
the turn 40 to 50, it's a lot of damage from Geo.
Yeah.
So it's gonna ramp up to more than a million, I would say, per turn.
No,
Yeah,
I don't
that's
think
a good
we
point.
ever reach 1 million per turn, if I can remember correctly. But I could be wrong. I can't recall it. I've done so many runs, I don't even know what the numbers are anymore.
How many? Like, how far through the week did you get to your best run?
I was done on Monday.
What? This
Wow.
is your recording from Monday.
Yeah,
Wow.
Monday or Tuesday. Yeah, it was
Oh.
like late Monday. I was done. Yeah, I could have done the finals on Tuesday.
Do you want to know when I finished mine? Deadwood
Go
sent
on.
me a message. He said, "Are you gonna send me the clips?" I said, "Yeah. Just give me a second. I'm finishing a run." That was my best run.
Yeah, dude, YST, that's why you didn't see me running Clan Boss. You were
That was
finished.
on-
I was still pulling shards, man.
No, don't get me wrong though. Like I have been trying since then, but my best run did come earlier in the week, so I've not really surpassed that since. I've got very
YST
close, like multiple
finished his
times.
team. Yeah, YST finished his team like an hour after the draft. He's like, "Oh,
Yeah.
this is done. What's next?"
I actually went into
it's got a
Hades' stream.
free-to-play.
I went into Hades'
Yeah,
stream.
did.
He was building his own champions on the same day, right? And he was like, "Oh, have you started yet, YST?" I was like, "Yeah, I've already done some runs."
I was like 2 champions deep in builds, and he's like, "Yeah, I've done my speed tune, I've done some runs." I was like, "What? I've like built 2 champions. What the hell's
So
going on?"
prepared.
So bad. I slept Sunday. I didn't even touch any builds until Tuesday. Both YST and Hades were basically done at that point. I was like, okay, guys, like, calm it down. Give me a minute to get into this thing. Very
You know who
nerve-wracking.
did good at school just because of how early they started.
Yeah.
We stayed for the final
That's
2
it,
days.
that's
Like,
it.
oh, we gotta do this.
All right, I'm just gonna take a little nap.
Just calm down with your Genza
Yeah.
mask on there. Nice.
Uh,
Nice.
Oh, don't worry, Deadwood. Your one's coming soon. We can rock it together now.
I'm excited. By the way, guys, if
Yeah.
you don't know the history, me and YC have some very serious history.
Yes.
Hades obviously put together this amazing free-to-play challenge, which has been a blast to do. And YST challenged me personally to see who could get to 4-key Ultra Nightmare first in our free-to-plays. And of course, I dusted him because that's what I do. I always like talking a little bit smack, a little bit more than I need to. But anyway, we got this cool bet, so he's going to be sending me a Genzen mask. So I'm really excited about that. But YST's whole goal here is apparently to beat me for some redemption. He's been feeling a little bit maligned.
Do you know what I was saying to Deadwood before early in the week in the collab? I was like, Cold Brew won with CSI in the faction games, right? HellHades won the first clan boss draft. Deadwood won the free-to-play challenge, and I'm just there losing everything. I was like, nah, not this time, man. I've had enough.
Yeah. It's
So
like
what-
you're barely even
Yeah.
taking any damage. I know it's still you're on turn 32, but you're really not taking much damage at all at this point.
yeah, like the stun barely took like 2 bars off.
This was very important, like being able to make sure that the ally protection is tanking our Geomancer at any given time is the key for that. To be able to, because if he's not taking any damage, right, he's taking like literally 50%. So he's never gonna pretty much take like a big smack from the stun. Like, look at that, it's like a tickle. It's like, haha, funny clan boss, do it again.
He loves it. He loves the beats.
We need a 4x speed or something. Oh my god.
Yeah.
This is the point my team was basically flopping over dead,
No.
getting pummeled.
Cold Brew, imagine this doing it like 100 times or two. I've been there watching every single run. It's not like I'm or like clicking it on the side, going downstairs for a dinner. I'm just there like, is anything happening here? Can I change it? Every run. Oh,
I'll tell you what, one of my runs, I was playing Hearthstone Battlegrounds, and I don't even know if it's a run that I've submitted actually, but it flicked over onto my other screen that I was recording for my runs. I was like, oh crap! I missed up my good run, and I was trying to drag it, and it kept, I don't know why, but it kept like bouncing back onto the screen. I was like, stop it! I'm just trying to record this.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if it ended up
just
being
like
my best run.
watching
I've got
this,
no
guys.
idea.
I don't know what's wrong with you all. This is enjoyable entertainment for me. This is like my Saturday night right here.
So it's a clean speed.
Yeah,
too,
I mean,
sure.
yeah.
I wouldn't say
Netflix.
it's not that safe sailing, this team. Like, it looks very simple now, but it definitely did have some hurdles. Like I said, with the stun targeting, with the Hatatsu, and why is this poison annoying me? I actually considered putting resistance chest plates on Hatatsu to resist the poison and stuff like that. So yeah, I've tried so many things because I had in my head, I really wanted to go. When I get a weird vision in my head, I just can't stop until I do that. But afterwards, we couldn't make it work, so I had to just resort to the Geomancer because I've got no block debuffs, right? I have to just bank on that stun going in the same place every time, because if that goes on High Katoon or Rear Guard, it's done. We're losing our cooldowns, it all goes down the drain. So we have to really rely on that leech, which is why I had to put him in the support tree to make sure we're extending that as much as possible, right? Because it's not 100% chance, and we need the snipers, the master hexers to make sure that they proc with good RNG.
Well, I just got word we have over 3,000 people in the chat right now, which I think is pretty.
Oh, hi guys.
Yeah, but
Hello.
they need to click the like button. Yeah, it needs
Oh
to
yeah,
be like
yeah.
2K,
Come on.
2K likes, 400.
Well,
400
YST,
likes.
you get to showcase your. This team is incredible. But yeah, for the 3,000 out there, hit that like button. Let other people know that you're enjoying this, so that they'll enjoy this. But this team is, it's just like kind of like perfectly put together, I guess you'd say, right? Like everything's kind of just set up. Other than Geomancer just tanking the stun, there's really no flaws in this squad right here. You got ally protection,
so it was
increased
very
defense the whole time.
It was very important with the draft. Like in my head is one thing I wrote on the side, not to forget in my notes, is it wasn't a bunch of champions like I said to you earlier in the week. It was champion roles and knowing exactly what I want for. So I just made sure in tops in brackets, free turn cooldown. That's all I wrote. I was like, free turn cooldown. So every single time I think of a champion, I make sure they've got a free turn cooldown if I'm going 2-1. Because these 4 turns and 5 turns and that's just too clunky for me, man. I don't want to be dealing with that.
Pretty annoying.
So that was like a very big thing for me.
I'm very annoyed. Like you guys, you and Nub and Hades all got the buff extenders I really wanted to use. And trying to build a team without one of them is really tricky. But more importantly, trying to keep your buffs on your team is really tricky without that, right? And stay protected. And I'm just watching and like you're not taking. We're 45 turns in, and you're taking hardly any damage. I'm a little jealous right now that it's really nice. It's really nice. Like ally protection, increased defense, speed buffs, like they all just staying on permanently. Pretty impressive, really. And the healing.
So what do you guys think? Like, where do you think it's gonna go?
I don't know, man. You're almost at turn 50.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it needs to survive another 10 turns to be over 50.
This could go
Isn't
1K,
it?
I reckon, because this is.
I think. Ooh.
There's still time. Like they are not taking that much damage, and they're always full health. The only thing that you don't have is like that decreased crit rate. Yeah, so there could be a nasty crit that
If
just
I
comes
had-
out that takes you down, I guess.
If I had decreased crit rate in this team, it would have been much better, honestly. Like, because the bad crits, they come through, right? When you come to these later rounds.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Rear Guard just took a crit, but
Yeah,
still it was only half a health
of them, I
bar
think.
on a crit.
But this is why the leech is so important, because at these speed ratios, we're able to just heal back up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a
Leech
massive
and
bonus,
God
for sure.
Seeker heals a lot. The A2 heals a lot, plus her passive. Boosts up the Leech.
Godseeker's really good for that. Absolutely. And then he's also got like, continuous heals from Rear Guard Sergeant and Hatatsu. There's like so much healing in this team, I feel like.
Yeah.
The chat's making me laugh too much today, man. I need to stop reading it. Someone said, "What is Jesus doing?" So said, what is Jesus doing at the bottom corner of my screen? It's a nubs. Oh, I love it.
Blessing this run.
Blessing our collaboration here. That's all. The competition. It's divine inspiration. That's what's happening.
The chat is too funny, man. I can't hold it in. Do you
Geo?
see something funny? Go on.
Who's
Sorry.
doing damage for you here other than Geo? Then who's doing like the next kind of level of damage for you?
I'd say Godseeker.
Yeah.
She hits very
she
hard,
hit.
man.
She
Yeah.
hits, yeah.
She's the only champion I kind of crit capped apart from Hatatsu. None of them are 100%, but he's like the... Hatatsu and her was kind of built for damage in a sense. Not super well built because, as I said, I don't have a... If I had some really good Guardian gear or some Defiant gear, it'd be so cool for this team, man. But,
Yeah.
Yeah, with me for my Guardian gear, right? Because I mostly use it for Hydra. It's typically on support champions, so I've got so much resistance. All my Guardian gear is covered in resistance.
Oh
to
yeah,
that.
and it just boosts up the power.
Yeah, it's like the one stat to avoid like the plague for this clan boss draft.
It's crazy trying to balance all those things. I was balancing my crit damage, my resistance, even my crit rate sometimes. Like I'm like, okay, well, we can take them just under the cap, right? We can just do that a little bit less and just get under that player power limit. Very difficult to kind of balance all those things.
I mean, I don't know if chat really get it because it looks like, oh, that's fine, we're just going. But we're on turn 56 here. This clan boss starts hitting really hard after turn 30. Like, no shields. That's it's kind of nuts, actually, that this team is still alive.
You know me, I love my damage mitigation.
Yeah, it's nuts, isn't it? Like,
Yeah, it's
Am I
important,
still gonna go to get my coffee?
Yeah, you got more than enough time. You can go to the shops.
No, I'm glad you said that, Hades, because I think that's actually a really good point. Like, to be able to survive this long without unkillable is really, really tricky. And there's only one ally protection champion here. Usually to do this, you have two, right? And they're protecting each other, allowing the whole team to survive longer. That's not the case here. This is a really, this kind of a perfect,
Tatsu nearly went down. Damn.
perfect classic team, right? On like how you would build a 2-1 ratio traditional team. You have all the roles filled. You have all the champions, doing that, and they're surviving. God, Gio's just not taking any damage on those. Like 50% last like 3 stuns. That's wild. Yeah, I guess that damage mitigation from Gio's no joke, man. That's like...
I would say that, man. It's important. If you don't have a shield, you need to have some form of something like that. Like, there's not many in the game, right? But to be able to pass to these kind of turns, it's just not... The smacks are too ruthless. Unless you've got, like, crazy top-tier gear and Defiant gear and Guardian and all sorts, which I don't have. If I had Defiant in here, can you imagine? Yeah, it would be nuts. I'd have been loving life right now. I've got some off-piece sets and stuff.
Yeah. Defiant's nice to, like, pair with the Guardian, I think.
Yep.
Works really good there. This is this is why, and I know people are going like, why are you showing like this 20-minute run or whatever it is? And it's like, this is why. When we get to this point where every hit, you're like, are they gonna live or are they gonna die? What is their damage gonna be? It gets, for me, it always gets to be that tense part where I'm like, oh, what's gonna happen next? I kind of can't tear my eyes away from it.
We're waiting on
to take a bit of a knock now.
Yeah, we're waiting on the. Oh, is it gonna die? Because Hotatsu there got like 10%.
The thing is, like, we're all aware. Once you lose one champion,
He's done.
your run's dead. Your whole run's done. Like, doesn't matter who it is, because all of these pieces are a puzzle that's formed together. You lose one of those pieces, you lose your run straight away. So only needs one of those crits to take down Hatatsu. Come on, Clown Boss. What are you doing?
15%, let's go.
Hades, have you seen at the bottom of the clan boss? It actually says YST on that barrel there on the right. It says YST on it. So I'm at home right now. Let's go.
Wow.
That's your blood, though, dude. That's your blood from last year.
Yeah, it is. Oh, God.
That's kind of...
Does anyone want to order like a pizza or anything? We've probably got some time here. Yeah.
I'm booked in. I'm going to the cinema to see John Wick 4. It's got to end soon, man.
I mean, it's the trailers at the start, right? So I'm guessing you're gonna lose that.
Yeah.
I want to go watch it also. Is it gonna try?
Yeah, it looks like a good movie.
We're getting close to 1 key here.
Well, you know what? When you two did a collab, and I'm pretty sure, Nubs, you said if anyone 1 keys, that's going to be pretty sick.
Yeah.
And YST had this smirk on his face, and I was just like, I think he's got one in the bag. Like he was just smirking away. I was like, oh no, he's got one in the bag.
Dude.
And Hades with the body language experts.
Yeah, that's it. I sent it off for analysis. I was like,
I've been scared since day
he's
one.
like, I
that
gotta
he was
decode.
1 king. I was like, ugh. 64.
70.
Unbelievable.
Oh, it's 65 for me. What? Oh, now it's 70. Oh, I'm because I'm watching the stream, and some reason I got delayed.
Yeah. This is stupid numbers.
Were you
tell you,
consistently doing this sort of like lasting this sort of time?
How would I say consistently? Like it was very good damage every turn, but it wasn't like this number every turn, because if you miss that leech or if you get that bad crit, you die, right? So yeah, there is a lot of RNG to it. But in terms of just the team, like as itself, if people out there just like 2 key teams and they just want to have a comfy 2 key, this is a great team, man. I love it. It's cool.
Yeah.
MVP of this team, Hatatsu, rear guard.
Yes, Hatatsu.
Hatatsu.
That's it.
Yeah, Hatatsu is the best champion in this whole team. He enables it. Without Hatatsu, this isn't a team, because we want to have increased defense. We need the continuous heals for when the bad crits happen, and then we need to heal back up. And if the leech isn't up, pairs very well with rearguard's continuous heal. He's got the leech on the A1. He's just got everything I need, pretty much, for one champion.
Really lovely. Really lovely. Somebody asked if there'd be a sweat on my face. Yeah. No, not at all. Not at all. I'm totally fine, guys. Don't worry about it. Ooh, this is crazy. Well, you're gonna hit the 1 key right now? Yeah, there's the 1 key damage.
Yeah, there's the 1 key.
Got it.
17.
Good job, man. That's actually pretty nuts. Good job.
Oh, we're just getting started. This is nothing.
Ouch.
We got another coffee to make. Anyone?
Oh my god.
I'm joking.
His confidence is not making me feel very good right now.
But you see that counter attack of the Geo before that, straight after that stun. If that doesn't happen and stuff, we take that poison tick, it gets dicey, man. Geo could have died there. So yeah. But I think Cold Brew was right though. Pre-draft, like it does start to ramp up right after turn count 50. We've now started to get towards that 1 million per turn in a sense, kind of. We're catching up. So it does ramp up, but it takes a long time to get there, especially on Void.
Did you try this on any affinities, just out of interest?
No, because I'm not affinity friendly. Haven't got any block debuffs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but it only really matters for Spirit, probably.
Yeah, it's just the stun targets as well. Like if it goes on someone else,
Yeah, I
or
suppose so. Yeah.
it has to go on Geomancer or it's bust. But the cool thing is, I think this team is very like versatile. Like you could put in anyone in the position of Geo. You could put any kind of a turn meter booster, increased speed champion where Haikatune is. You could put any extender. It's just the kind of synergy behind it and the speed tuning, pretty much, to get the full coverage, because you need the increased defense up, you need the ally protection up, and everything at the same time on everybody. So yeah.
I'll tell you what, man.
If you were able
You
to
sub
have
Claude for Haikatune,
That's what I
and
was
this is
thinking.
better.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
But the thing is, I wouldn't have a green champion. That's
No,
part of
yeah,
the thing,
true,
right?
true.
There's so many
Yeah,
other
I agree.
options. If I'm honest, there is other options that could have made this better. Even Apothecary made this better, because those Giant Slayer procs and the A1 is huge. That had like a 5-star blessing for him. So I would have had Phantom Touch everywhere. But I just, obviously, it's the challenge, right? Gotta stick with the greens. Eat your greens, guys.
Yeah.
Broccoli and all that good stuff.
God, how are you still
Still
alive? What is happening?
Still going.
Yeah.
Did you hack
Watch out,
the
Victor
game?
Tez,
Is
man.
that what happened here?
Well, I've got another 150 runs in my library if you want to go watch those as well.
Oh my
God.
run.
Oh, God.
Dude, how many of these runs did you do? Like
There we go.
25
Oh,
minutes
No,
per run at
we
least.
died now.
Oh,
There we
one's
go.
there.
Oh, someone's done. Someone's
I
done.
jinxed it. I
No,
No,
jinxed
but
it.
we
80
get
though.
one more stun here though. We get one more stun and
Oh.
another AoE, I think.
Ah, yeah. So
I
it
think
goes
so.
over 80.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
Oh,
crazy.
80 million damage.
think we get a nice little tick here as well with the Geo, if I'm not mistaken.
That's
think
as
he
much
just-
damage.
laughing, but we all know he's crying inside. Oh, not.
There we go.
Not
So-
crying at all.
He did more damage than
Wow.
what me and Nubs did.
Together. Yes.
Whoops.
Wow. That's well done.
Yeah.
Well done.
Thanks. No, I tried my best. Like, even if I'm not the winner or anything, like, I really wanted to make sure that I one keyed. That was like all my eyes on the target, and to be able to get over 11 million over the one key, I surprised myself. I didn't think it was possible. But like I said, if Atatsu had like that defensive mastery run, we would have survived that heat and went on for like more. But I need to keep that leech up, and the support tree is the only way to do that. Because I've had times where I've lasted a bit longer, the damage just wasn't there. But yeah.
That was insanely good. Insanely good.
No subs as well. That was just like the straight team.
That's just
Straight off the bat. 81 mil.
This is why easily had the best draft. Easily had the best draft out of all of us. Wow. Well done. Bravo.
Thank you.
That was really good. Well, we got more giveaways, guys. So let's go ahead and get those going. Make sure to be subbed. Type exclamation mark. Wait for me to activate it.
Wait, do you know my leader?
What?
Sorry, I was going to say on my leaderboard it's 81.3 million, just
Thank
in
you.
case.
I'll
I ain't losing for no point freeze.
calm down there. Calm down there. We'll get to it. All right, here we go. We're starting the giveaway right now. 540 gems, 1 void shard, and 1 epic book is what we're going to be giving away to 5 of you lucky folks. Just type exclamation mark Clover in the chat. Be subbed to the channel. Anyway, you can type in the chat anyway, and then we'll be good to go. We'll get this going. Yeah, 81.3 was that the specific number you said?
81.36, I think it was.
Oh wow, we're really going down the decimals here.
Okay, all right.
You have to, right? Imagine losing over 10k. Hell no.
Yep. Get it down. Get it down. That was a really nice team, YSC. Really nice.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. We've got Hades and we've got me. I think I'll go next. Hades, we can save you for the end.
All right.
You're comfortable with that?
Save my super sub till last.
Can't wait for that super sub.
That's right. Got a lot of questions about that coming up.
The mystery.
Well, I definitely made a sub. You guys all know that Trumbor was not my intended pick. What maybe you don't know is I actually don't have him on my account at all, and I didn't want to open 3,500 shards, so I replaced him. Surprisingly, maybe not surprisingly, I replaced him with Steel Skull. My old school.
Old school.
Okay.
Took it
Old
old
school favorite
school.
champion.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice.
I love my Steel Skull. If I actually have an emote. I had an emote used to with Steel Skull in it.
Steel Skull
that
was like the champ way back because of
Yeah.
how many things. But then his low chance to do the poisons was like got replaced by other champions. But he still has so much healing, like a cleanse, defense up, right? So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh,
A lot of healing,
cleansing the
increased
stun.
defense, poisons on the A1. Kind of worked pretty nicely. All right, we got 5 of those winners for you guys. You're getting that 540 gems plus a. Oh, that's weird. I have that written all wrong. But you're getting 540 gems, a void shard, and an epic book. So my mods know who to shout out to. James Neetham, mathematics. Tim Herman, that guy. Michael Pharmakis. You guys all just won, so congratulations. We got one more giveaway here. We're going to get some chickens going for y'all. So this one you're gonna get. Go ahead and type exclamation mark Clover in the chat. You'll be able to get a 5-star chicken and a bunch of other stuff, but definitely the 5-star chicken. All thanks to Larium, actually. So major shouts outs to them. All right, while that's going on, let me go ahead and show you guys the champions that I have. Where is it? There we go. Dude, I feel like I'm juggling like 18 balls right now. To make all this stuff work. Semi-smoothly. Okay, there we go.
Doing well.
So I've got Steel Skull, like I said, one of my champions. You can see I went support tree. I've got Guardian gear on them. Got 220 speed. Almost, I like 4,500 defense. I have like a lot of defense on these champions. And then we got Skull Crusher, Guardian, and Defiant gear. And I like tried a bunch of different ways to go with them. I had Immortal gear with the Guardian. I had Stalwart on, and just kind of mixed it up a little bit. But 251 speed, and defense masteries. Archmage helmet. So for those of you guys that don't know, usually you need 2 champions to go to 2-1 ratio for your team. I built my Archmage to go at a 3-1 ratio, and then everybody else on the team is going at a 2-1 ratio. So I had to come up with a completely new speed tune to make this work. But basically I put him at 324 speed.
Yeah,
with
that's what I
Stalwart
figured.
gear on. This is the only way
Stalwart.
to make this happen.
Stalwart do you have, man?
What is
What
that,
kind of
man?
blood rolls
the hell?
are you running?
It's that
Also-
6-star standard boot.
100% crit rate and 4,500 defense or so. So tanky boy on top of that.
What's up with Archmage's face?
Yeah, he's blurred out.
Just
'cause
because
he's
he's
here with
moving,
us
I took
today.
the screenshot right as he was twisting his head around. I thought it was pretty funny actually.
He's behind Nubs, that's why. Look.
Like can't see this.
Double
Can't see
blood
this.
shield also.
Yeah, I had a couple pieces
for the
and they
stun?
kind of just worked out. So it was pretty good. I've got Grizzled Jarl. Obviously, he's kind of important. I'm actually using him as my decreased attack champion. This is the kind of team that, like, if I was just gonna have a clan
If
boss
like
team for myself,
one
it
turn.
would probably fall apart. But for a competition like this, works really, really well. We can toss Assos for becoming a member. Appreciate that. But yeah, I got him in Guardian gear as well. He hits really hard, so I built him with good crit damage. And everybody, I don't know if you noticed, but everybody I'm trying to build to that 70% crit rate because of the buffs from Archmage. He gives everybody a crit, crit rate buff, and so we're trying to do that. Anax, I have pretty tanky. We got him up to 6k attack and 280 crit damage at that 70% crit rate, so he's working pretty good, doing a lot of damage for us. He's kind of a beast in this, honestly. And I have him in support tree too. So those are the champions.
Did you switch between like try and support and defense tree?
For I did for a
generally,
couple
like-
of the champions. I tried Grizzled Jarl in support tree, and that was interesting. Didn't really help anything, and it like in both ways. Like he didn't bring enough debuffs that were really benefiting from extending, and
Yeah.
he didn't. And I talk about that as we get in the run. I'll kind of explain a little bit. And like I don't know, it just didn't really help any. Like Steel Skull, I tried a little bit because we actually over debuffed a little bit, which I thought was really interesting. And so I was like trying to. At one point, I took Sniper off and I kept the rest of the support tree, and then I put Sniper back on, and it was kind of interesting trying to figure it out. And with Anax, it was just about landing the debuffs, but Anax doesn't die in this relative to everybody else, so it wasn't much of a worry. All right, we got 5 more winners. Let's get these out. Jackson Jones, Dustin Steffen, Spake Spoke, Florian Walenta, and Nil Raps. Congratulations, everybody. I appreciate you all. Y'all got a 5-star chicken.
Chicken.
So our DM should reach out to you, or you can reach out to them, and they're gonna ask for your UN number. All right, so let's get to the run, shall we? So this is the setup. I've got Grizz in the lead. You can see I'm right at the cusp of the numbers, like 299 player power. The setup here, I do have to manual the first cycle first 3 turns just to get everything perfectly set up.
Got some fat
But-
blessings there, Deadwood. I'm seeing
Yes.
6-star blessings
I got some
going
nice
on.
blessings. I can talk
The
about
heck,
that
man.
too.
Oh my god.
So it pretty much auto.
What did you
start
take?
with
Buy
Archmage.
packs on the test server.
Huh? No. I just
Imagine-
I might have got one for Archmage, so that's a possibility, but nobody else.
Oh my god.
And I don't even think it actually impacted anything. So, but one of the things I had to do is like make sure that Steel Skull didn't use her A2 initially, and I have to like wait till after the stun in order to cleanse it off Grizzled Jarl. So I interrupt occasionally to manual. I did need to give Archmage a 2-turn delay on the A3 ability at the very beginning. Just needed to use the A1 again. So those are the only real manuals up till now. And here you're gonna see Steel Skull's gonna cleanse off Grizzled Jarl. And there's a lot of fun stuff in this team. First off, the fact that we're going at 2-1 ratio is pretty ridiculous. I suppose I should do a little poll, see how much damage. How much damage will I do?
Will Steel Skull always cleanse the stun, even
Again?
if there's like poisons ticking around?
Again?
Does Steel Skull always cleanse the stun? Even if there's
No.
like, because I used to find he was awkward. He used to like cleanse a poison. It's like, oh yeah, just cleanse this poison over there instead of the stun. That's gonna be way more beneficial.
It works out perfectly actually the way I have this set up. So basically what I have is, because we're on a 2-1 ratio, I have Grizzled Jarl has a decreased attack on a 4-turn cooldown. And so I'm prioritizing that. That means his increased defense, even though it's on a 3-turn cooldown, will also be on a 4-turn cooldown. Steel Skull's cleanse is on a 3-turn cooldown, but she also has an increased defense on a 4-turn cooldown. Because I'm prioritizing the increased defense, then the cleanse is on a 4-turn cooldown as well instead of 3-turn. So what happens is, for the stun, if Steel Skull puts up her increased defense, her next turn will cleanse the stun off. If instead Grizzled Jarl's putting up the increased defense, it's blocking the debuff, so we don't need to cleanse it at all. And so because of that,
Nice.
we're actually we're totally dealing with the stun completely. Doesn't matter who takes it, it's gonna get, as long as it's not Steel Skull, it'll get dealt with pretty nicely.
This damage per turn is crazy, man.
We do a lot of damage per turn. We get to,
Yeah,
I want
big
to say
time.
about, what's like 1.5 million or so damage per turn. And so for me,
Those
it was
Anax
about
hits. Anax is a beast. Look at that. Smashing.
Action piece. I have her in so my Anax has a 6-star blessing. It is in Phantom Touch. I didn't remember this before I drafted her, by the way. It's just kind of worked out that way. And my Grizzled Jarl has a 5-star blessing, so I have him in Cruelty. So we do have those things working for us. I did get a 1-star on Archmage, which I put Cruelty. Honestly, I don't think it's actually affecting anything. So I thought the cruelties might stack, but I don't think that's happening. So that's a little bit unfortunate. Even though in the description it kind of makes it sound like it does. It's really confusing and annoying.
Yeah, no, I think it just takes the highest.
But yeah.
Man, that
So
damage per turn though, 1.5 mil is
Crazy
nuts.
damage, man.
pretty
lot.
nuts.
Yeah.
17 mil in 12 turns, man. I knew this. This counter attack, right? It's so good on Skull Crusher.
Extra hits, isn't it? Extra
Yeah.
hits. Plus,
hey, by the way,
I mean,
Kat,
Skull
you
Crusher
guys,
hits
Plus
us
the
himself.
2-1.
Kat, you can stop.
Yeah.
You can stop typing Clover. There's no giveaways right now. That part's done. We'll wait till after the run. You can calm down.
Clover is
Clover.
over.
Even
Clover
Drizzled's
is a-
sitting hard actually. 130k.
Grizzled hits really hard. Really hard. I mean, you also have to remember
Yeah, he's a
we
strong
have
hitter.
we have Archmage Helmet giving us all a 30% crit damage buff and a 30% crit rate buff. So like the interesting thing is the counterattacks, we don't get quite the consistency of our damage, right? Because we're not at 100% crit rate on those. But for the regular hits, everybody's 100%. Well, not everybody, but most of them are 100% or really close to it, right? I think Steel Skull and Skull Crusher would be at like 97% with the buff on, right? Something like that. So they're pretty close, not quite. But yeah, Grizz hits hard. It just generally does really good, and then an axe is really slapping. The hard part here, so I get a ton of debuffs up, right? So like we have decreased defense, and the weaken from an axe, right? And then I got a bunch of poisons from Steel Skull, and I got a bunch of poisons from an axe. And Grizzled Jarl has a decreased attack, but it's literally every other turn that the clan boss goes, we're trying to put that up, and if we drop it for an instant, we can get in real trouble because it's really hard to put it back on because we'll overfill the debuff bar with all those poisons, right? And so every time I like my runs will like they'll sway because of that, just based off the stacking of it. And I think actually here, I think this is the part where we actually drop our decreased defense. So like this is actually, even though this is my best run, there's still better potential because we drop decreased defense for I think 2 turns, and that's probably a million and a half damage right there, just from that, which is a little bit annoying. I was a little bit annoyed, but
I'm just so hyped that you brought Skull Crusher in here. No Skull Crusher, Steel Skull, because that's like your OG, right? You used to love her back in the day, so
yeah,
I love
Steel
him back
Skull's
in
my
the
G.
day.
Steel Skull's my
Yeah.
G. Big fan. So at least I'm arguably the most green out of all the competitors.
Yeah.
Each green camp counts
Yeah.
5 million damage. Yeah.
Yeah.
So at this point, it just becomes how long can I survive, and that's really the trick. I mean, that was the reason why I brought in Steel Skulls. I was having a hard time because I don't have a buff extender. I can't. The stun is a real deadly spot for me. I don't have anything really protecting me for that. And because of the way I have Archmage set up, like if we watch at the start of a turn, Archmage is going to start by increasing the speed on everybody, and then he has to take like 2 other turns, and he gets a turn meter boost on his A1. See, there's the speed buff, but the problem is that like when Skull Crusher protects on this first AoE, Archmage runs through that buff, so he's not actually protected. So I have to rely on the Guardian gear of everybody else. That's why he's in Stalwart gear, because he's not protected for that first AoE. So there's a like a guaranteed time limit on how long we can survive, right? If you don't have
How many were you in Guardian gear again then? Was
Steel
everyone in
Skulls and
Guardian?
Guardian, Steel Skulls and Guardian, Skull Crushers and Guardian, and Grizzled Jarls and Guardian. And it's interesting because Steel Skull's my only healer too, like my only healer, which is not great generally. I thought it was really interesting. The Guardian, I actually had to put Guardian on Skull Crusher because I needed the healing. Was really the reason why I did that, not for the protection of the other champions, just kind of a nice little bonus on the side. And I forgot about Anax. Anax actually heals himself on that A3, so I had to time the A3 from Anax. So in between the AoEs, the first skill that Anax does is that A3 to heal up, and before the stun, heals up there too to make sure that there's not a random stun going onto Anax to mess him up.
I've got to say, the way you mixed in Grizzled and Steel Skull together to cover the stun is pretty insane. Like,
So sick, yeah.
it's pretty ridiculous. So they're alternating, dealing with the stun. It's a bit next level, like big brain, dude. Honestly, it's
let's
next level.
be real. I got lucky with that. That just happened to turn out that way. It was not planned. I was gonna have Anax take
But you know what? Sometimes like the best things happen by accident, right? Sometimes the best things happen by accident, because you can look at this. You start to look at alternative champions. Like, who else could do this? Like, who else can actually make this same thing happen? And all of a sudden, you've got a speed comp that people might be able to now access that wasn't there before. You know, it's actually very cool.
Yeah, I'm actually. I mean, that was kind of my once I speed tuned this team. I was like, it doesn't matter what damage. I mean, it matters. It matters. I want to win. It matters. But I don't have to win. I can still be really proud of this team because this is something very different. That like I'm shocked that I hadn't kind of come up with before, or somebody else hadn't. But a 3-1 Archmage giving you a 2-1 ratio, that means that now Archmage has just entered in the conversation with champions like Deacon Armstrong and Seeker as a solo 2-1 champion, right? It does not work for all affinities. You do need a crit, so it doesn't work for like bad affinity stuff. Red's gonna be a mess, but like it definitely, for something like this, all of a sudden Archmage has a lot more value, because all of a sudden we can see, oh, well, if I have Archmage, I can get to a 2-1 ratio. It might not be as good as some others, but I can get there, right? And then that offers some other options as far as like, ooh, what champions could I bring in instead? Which I thought was kind of cool.
This is so creative, man. Like, I love all of these like new teams and stuff, and I tell you, man, it's really impressive. Like the way that it just flows so nicely with that Steel Skull, like Zup getting a stun target off and the counter attack going out just in time. It just looks nice to watch. It's cool.
Sorry, I was going to say, what's crazy is like you one champion to create the speed tune. It just means you've got more options for space, right? Me and YST, and in fact the rest of us, basically, if we're trying to do a 2-for-1, it's a 2-champion setup, and generally those champions don't bring you a lot of other stuff. So you're actually just able to bring pretty much another damage dealer or whatever you want in the mix to boost your damage per turn. That's why you're hitting such a high damage per turn.
100%. That's why like these teams are so valuable. That's why like Seeker and Deacon are so valuable. Mashal, because all of a sudden now that's one champion. So I have a whole other champion to help make the team more productive. I think, you know, for this team, two big things is like, yes, I get to bring in another champion, but you know, I brought in Steel Skull, not exactly a damage dealer. Bigger thing is that Archmage is able to provide an extra crit damage, an extra crit rate, which, you know, one, that means I didn't have to build it. So my player power cap was actually bigger than it would be otherwise. And so it allowed me to build an axe for really high damage. It allowed me to build Grizzled Jar for really high damage when I wouldn't be able to do that otherwise. I think that's just as big a factor when it comes down to it. But yeah, man, like you know, the fact that we can bring in 4 support champions for Archmage is really good. But here's the thing. You know, when you have that speed champion and extender like YC did, he's able to cover the stun. My stun messes me up. You can see we're starting to get hit pretty hard here, and it's turned 35. Like it gets a little.
Yeah, actually, yeah. By this point, like, Gio was still just shrugging it off. Like, is anyone touching me? I'm taking the stun here. It's just like whatever, turn 50, whatever. I'll take a slap, no worries. Whereas, yeah, to the ally protect.
Yeah, it's very important having that ally protection on your stun target. It's crazy. Like the amount of support that you get just from having that one role in your team can be the difference between like 20, 30 more turns or something, pretty much.
Huge.
So,
I mean, you can see how low Archmage is right here. Like he went down to a sliver of his health, took that stun. We were able to block it. But, like this is where at this point it's the RNG where it's like I'd had to do multiple runs to see who can survive the stun, who takes the stun, trying to target the stun. I was messing with masteries, I was messing with gear sets. I was like trying to okay, we just need one more cycle. If I get one more cycle, because I'm so close to a freaking 1 key, and I just wanna get to that freaking 1 key, you know? And I'm like, oh, 60 million, no problem. What's that? Can I get to that next stage?
Yeah,
it's very close. But you can see like we're super low, but like Guardian gear to heal up, a timely Steel Skull buff, you know, like it's dicey. If I had Leech, it'd be a lot easier, but like this is where it gets pucker time, you know.
Yeah. And obviously, again, you don't have decreased crit rate, so you can just
the crits,
set the big old crits. Yeah,
makes a big difference. That's the trade-off with Archmage, right? It's like we get the crit rate, but the boss does too. I don't know. But I don't know. I think for competition like this, getting that crit rate buff is just really, really nice. It takes off so much of the player power when you can do that.
Yeah.
That's the good part, right? But without an extender, it also means that it falls off with the counterattack, and I feel like we could probably put up, you know, another 5 million. I had that up the whole time. Maybe not that much, but something significant.
So is all of your champions crit capped here? After the buff?
Anax, Riz, Archmage are. Steel Skull and Skull Crusher are close, but not quite.
Oh my god.
Survived it! Yes!
Wow.
Oh my god.
Guardian right there. Oh my god.
Field sets for the win.
Survived like one health.
Come on. You can see how close I am. I'm a million away. Okay, Archmage went down. It's fine. It's fine. Come on, baby.
Is it?
Come on, we got the 1 key.
It's over the line.
Just need to get over that line. Let's go. Come on.
Skull Crusher. Yes, hey, counter, yes.
Oh my god.
Let's go.
Oh my god.
Hero.
That was so clutch.
That was amazing.
Hang on, is it? Let's go.
That killable, man.
Wow.
That was so clutch there.
All I wanted to do is get that 1 key. 1 key, guys. 1 key. 1 key damage.
Amazing, man.
What a hero.
So
how many
I
turns
had to
was
do
that?
so many runs, guys. I had to do so many runs.
Nice, man. Damage per turn was nuts. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the advantage of that team. I was able to like bump it out, but I couldn't survive. Just couldn't survive long enough.
I'm not gonna lie, Deadwood, seriously, that team was very, very impressive. Guys, spam the hype in that chat, because that was, for when you're building clan boss teams, right? To be able to be innovative in something like a team like that, I've never seen a team like that, personally. Like, there might be one out there that I'm not aware of, but I've never seen someone abuse the Archmage helmet in a way like that and getting the... It's very technical, man. It was very technical to do in such a short time frame, honestly.
Yeah. That was my whole Monday, was just trying to speed tune it properly.
Yeah, I noticed Anax's blessing being Phantom Touch. Did you try with different blessings to see? Like Cruelty?
I tried Cruelty for like a hot second, but didn't make sense. Or Crushing Run. I did try Crushing Run for a hot second, but it didn't seem like
that's only
it was a benefit.
for round 1, isn't it? Crushing Run. I don't think that.
No, if he's got a 6-star. I think he was 6-star.
It's a 6-star.
Is it not just for like the first hit though? Crushing Rend? Am I thinking of it wrong?
Crushing Rend at 6 stars every hit.
It counts for every hit if you got a 6-star.
Does it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But the problem
what about
is,
Cruelty though? It would have boosted everybody's damage by like.
Well, the thing is, I had Cruelty as a 5-star blessing on Grizz Jarl.
Okay.
And so it didn't make sense to switch those first off. I considered doing Crushing Rend. I think I did try a run with it, but it didn't really do anything with the damage. And mostly because we're already taking away like 15-20% of it with the blessings we have. Plus we have decreased defense. Like there's just not enough defense on the boss to justify that, I didn't think. But you know, if I had more time on the test server, I would do more test runs with stuff like that, but I didn't see any real changes.
Did you guys feel the power of that the crit cap that we had, or the cap of the player power? I was there like right on the borderline. Like if you put like 2 resistance on, you're brushing over.
Big time.
Oh, yeah,
I got like a revenge piece accessory, and I'm like, it's rolled double resistance. Like I can't use it.
Dude, my first team was like 350k. I was like, wait.
Yeah.
How do I drop it by 50k?
Yes, 100%. I was at like 299, 560 for my player power. Like I was always floating around there. It got very, very tight. All right, well, guys, we have one competitor left. Before we get to them, let's go ahead and give away some more rewards, and then make sure to stick around because we'll give away rewards at the end as well. But we're gonna do a giveaway here. We're gonna do the chicken giveaway first. So 5 lucky winners. Go ahead and type !Clover in the chat, and get a chance to win. Rank 5 chicken, 200 gems, 2 multi-battle passes, and some other fun stuff.
Nice. Guys, over 3,000 people in the stream. Hit the like, let's go!
Maximum like.
Maximum likeage.
I love it.
Oh god.
Well, you know what? I know you have your secret sub, 80. So let's do the giveaways. We're gonna wait the full time. We're gonna get the giveaways out of the way so we can, spend our energy really focused on who you're bringing in, what kind of team you're running here. I don't want to shortchange your reveal moment.
I've been building the hype 2 days.
Building the hype, baby. Building the hype. Okay, and we are closed. So, gonna get these going. Let's get 5 winners here. Ian McIsaac, Oscars Kivkulis, Brian Ali, Malcolm Sim, and T-Dow. Okay, cool. Excellent. Congratulations, guys. You all got a rank 5 chicken, 200 gems, 2 50-turn multi-battle passes, and 500,000 silver. We're going to do another one here for 540 gems, a void shard, and an epic book. Maybe my browser decides to work with us. It will do that. There we go. Let's complete the previous one. There we go. All right. How many current giveaways? Nope. Okay. There we go. There we go. Should be open.
So anxious to see the secret weapon, man. He's been hyping this up.
He's been hyping this
Big.
up.
It's gonna be Iron Man. He's just gonna come out in his suit. John Wick.
Harrier.
John Wick. Yeah.
Harry.
This is what, our
Still in
fourth
the
giveaway
drinks.
now, right? Fifth, say. Trying to keep track of everything that's going on. All right. Well, YST. First off, I want to say congratulations. You may not have won the competition as yet, though. Looking pretty good for you, but you definitely beat me. So I definitely
Well,
got
that was
my
redemption,
comeuppance.
guys. We got the redemption. Yeah, not a repeat. We did it.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, I feel real good about that. All right, closing the entries for that one. Perfect. Let's get 5 winners here. We've got Robert Figgle, Christopher Gray, Bomb and Alarm. Odd name. It's Ferris. Well, now we know who it is. And Jamie Naish. Congratulations, everybody, on those rewards. All right. Mr. HellHades, everybody's been waiting. Who is your secret weapon?
Secret weapon.
Bringing it.
Yeah,
I
so
wanna-
Marked is gone. And I
Huge
tried.
surprise.
Yeah.
Huge shock.
I tried many people in a place. I tried Morsi and Mage. I tried Discard for a long time. Discard was going to be the champion, but then the secret weapon, inspired by Ash, was Morag, the dwarf.
Oh.
And you know what? I was watching a collab between Deadwood and Clover, and Clover was talking about, I think, just being a bit upset that he didn't have Farak in the fat because of all the damage. And I was like, yeah, that's right. You know, having an ally attacker would be really good. And I was like, hold on a minute. There is another ally attacker. This new dwarf, bringing her in, and she brings strengthen, which is like damage mitigation, right?
Mhm.
So I thought, ditch increased defense. I can build defense on my champions. I don't need a champion to do that for me. Can't build strengthen on my champions, and I can't build more hits. So I brought in the dwarf and game changer.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Game
game
changer
changer for me. It really was for me. Yeah.
Now she's cool because she's got that quirky passive, right? Where she just go boom, boom, boom off when she's
She
under
keeps
strengthen,
coming.
right? Yeah.
She's like that. I'm coming again. I'm coming again. I'm coming again. She's yeah. She's much better than I thought she
Ew.
was. To be fair,
What's the
Cool
cooldown on the ally attack? She has
I think it's all
I think
fortune
it's
cooldown, right?
four turn.
4.
But she's
Four.
basically like a self counter-attack champion. If you're under strengthen the whole time, it's just
Plus,
like,
Yeah.
plus the strengthen. Yeah, when she
Yeah.
applies it, she goes.
yeah.
Yes. So obviously I've
Right.
got an extender, which means that basically I've got strength up for every hit. And
Up
she
extenders
became a
are
much
nice.
better stun target for me than Fane, because I only had Fane as an option initially, and Fane's very squishy, quite hard to deal with as a stun target. So bringing in a defense-based champion as a stun target, all of a sudden it's like, great, I can tank stuns for a bit longer. Yeah, that was the secret weapon.
Yeah, it's a nice
I like
one.
it.
It's a nice one. I'm very jealous of this choice. I wish I had even kept this person on my radar. We're gonna jump in here. Hades, you recorded all the champions and stuff, so you're gonna have to run us through the stats, or like, you know, at least like the builds and stuff like that. Okay.
Yeah,
Um,
cool.
So go do some work. Here we go.
Okay. So we should open with Taradi. So Taradi's in Stalwart and Defiant gear, high HP, about 3 and a bit K defense. And I gave him support mastery so that he got the decreased attack out more consistently. We then got Fane in reflex gear. So I wanted to get through her abilities as quick as I could, get more poisons out. So I wasn't filling up the debuff bar. I've then got quads. Actually, all other 3 are going to be in Guardian gear. So more ally protection. I tried to get revenge accessories on anyone apart from the dwarf if I had it available, just so I got more hits. Anchorite, really, I mean, he heals based on his damage. Doesn't really do any damage. So I kind of like start to take some of the kind of crit and stuff off him because
Damage off.
I needed the player power. But yeah, definitely Guardian sets was the way I was pushing to try and extend my fight. Morag's in quite a high damage build. She just does so many hits. And Can't see it very well there, but I'm on a 2-for-1 speed tune with the setup.
Gross. Gross, Morag. Gross.
Yeah, so I kind of just show the skills stuff here, but cool thing about this team is it is just straight auto from the start.
Ooh.
Which is nice. So able to just kind of put it on, hit record, play a game of Hearthstone Battlegrounds, see what the damage was like at the end.
The good life.
Yeah, and then either delete it or keep it, depending on if it was better or not.
I
Right.
love the production qualities of this, by the way. Really
Cheers.
nice. I mean,
But
clearly.
yeah, no, it's cool. So the fact that it could just be set up straight away, I've got so many buffs on the team where increased crit rate, increased crit damage, strengthen. I got increased accuracy from Clod. Clod's actually doing a ton here for me. Increased accuracy from Clod means that I can build much lower stats on my team. So I was actually pushing like 170 accuracy rather than the kind of 250 odd number. The only thing I don't really have here now is increased defense because I didn't have room for it anymore. I kind of ditched the spot that was giving me increased defense. So I kind of built most people around 3.9k defense, I guess, unless they do damage based on defense. Apart from Fane, like, I didn't really need to build Fane that tanky because of all of the other protection. I've got 3 people in Guardian, an ally protector, strengthen. So I think Fane ended up having like 3.3k defense, and still lasts pretty well. So she's in pretty full damage, really.
I love the way that she jumps in with the animation. She's like a little bunny.
Yeah, she is.
So quick.
That's it.
Yeah.
And so are you actually using Anchorite to strip the buffs off there on the stun?
From the stun, yeah. So
that's really cool.
Very fiddly to do. So I was playing around with positioning a ton, trying to make Anchorite do that, but also extend all the buffs I needed. So similar to you, Ice-T, I've got it so we extend the ally protect over the stun target, just meaning that I can tank stuns for longer. That was the important part. I was like trying to move people around, extend buffs at the right time, and I had the same problem when I had increased defense. Honestly, just trying to make sure that I was pushing the stun targeting to the right person. And you'll see here, like, so Anchorite can't afford to tank a stun because he doesn't have ally protector up. Borag's my stun target, so I had to build Anchorite with steadfast mastery so that it doesn't look to hit Anchorite with the stun. It always goes to the next position.
Makes sense. Does the clan boss try to avoid the strengthen buff?
No, it doesn't care about strength.
This is the good thing about your team, because you don't have increased defense. There's nothing outside of the reflect damage on Karagi. There's nothing that's actually, swinging where the stun goes. Outside of like just your HP level. So at least it makes the targeting a lot simpler, right? Like you can kind of not that hard to manipulate in that sense.
One of the craziest things for me is that I don't have leech. I don't have a dedicated healer. I was just shocked by how much healing I was still getting out. So 3 people in Guardian do their own little heal. Clod does like a little heal with his A1. Anchorite does a little heal with his A1 and then does a decent-ish heal on his A3, which is kind of like you just pick someone, whoever's looking a bit ropey, he'll heal. But and Taragi self-heals. So Taragi self-heal is massive for me because it just meant I didn't have to throw him in some sort of set which gave him healing. It's just like that. I can do whatever I want, really.
I say that's probably the thing I was most curious about. I remember when we talked,
I thought I would need to get a leech in or something.
Great a healer.
No, he's not. But really, considering like Fane's got nothing in her gear that heals her, I think she does a little bit of healing on one of her skills.
I think her A3 does a big heal, actually.
Right. But yeah, it was pretty robust, really. I was quite surprised.
It's a lot of damage per turn without counterattack.
Yeah, very high.
It's very high. It's like over 1 million per turn. Like point something.
I think I've got 3-piece revenge on Taragi. 2 on Clod, 2 on Anchorite, 1 on Fane. And then obviously I get the counterattacks coming in anyway from the dwarf. So I've got a reasonable amount of extra hits coming in. Like from taking damage. But yeah, the dwarf does a lot of damage. Morag does a lot of damage. And obviously Fane, we know Fane can hit as well.
So jealous of that choice. I'm like so jealous of that choice.
Why not disable screen shake? I keep forgetting to disable it. Everyone keeps saying, I can't believe you leave it on. I just forget that it's there.
No, do you know what it is? It's the test server, right? It kind of resets it from your main account.
Yeah.
So you have to like go in again and turn it off. Yeah. I love the way you used Anchorite, because we said it, right? I think when I came onto your stream, I was like, oh, somewhere I've spoke to you before. I was like, if you can manage to take it off with the Anchorite, it'd be so cool to watch. I love it, man. Because I used Anchorite on my main account for like 6 months as like a thing I was using all the time. And I never used it in that way, but it's so cool that you managed to pull that off with Morag as well.
It was tricky, definitely in kind of tuning it up, because for a long time, Anchorite was always in my position 5. Yeah, and I had to redo the speed tune because it meant that I couldn't ever take the stun off anyone. I was using the right skill, but it was running after everyone had already had their turn. So for a long time, I had to have Fane as my stun target, because if anyone else takes a stun, if it's not cleansed, then my whole speed tune falls apart. So it was really important to get the kind of stun and cleanse working. But then
any advice for Murat here on his 2-1 ratio team?
What is it?
He's wondering ally protector. Does he go Taragi for soul for rear guard? I say rear guard for decreased defense, but that's just me. Provide some healing.
Yeah, I would, because obviously I'm gonna say that because I just did that.
Yeah, I feel like I tell you what I love about Taragi, right?
Yeah,
Taragi is giving my whole team, when he does his ally protect, he's giving my whole team a shield.
That's huge. Really big.
I think it's so underestimated, like how much of a difference that's making. Like giving my team basically a 20% HP shield.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, you know, it's actually huge. I think Taragi's up there as the best.
I'll admit, I was not expecting it to be as significant. You know, I remember you're talking about Claude and Taragi team shield, let's go, but I was not expecting it to be that significant. I hadn't had that experience without using Valkyrie or Brogni, but you know, especially with the strengthen buff, which I don't think it'd be underestimated. It seems like that's incredibly powerful here, kind of keeping your team from taking a lot of damage.
They're taking like no damage. It's crazy,
the
man.
Strengthen buff, it's more. I'm assuming you would say it's more powerful than increased defense after this experience.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, because you just straight up 25% less damage.
Just straight
Whereas
up off the top.
you can build more defense. This is the thing, and that's what kind of went into my head. I was like, if I could just work my stats so that, you know, I changed stats so much because I was like, well, how much do I need? Do I need 4,000? And getting 4,000 on Fane is nigh on impossible if you wanted to do any damage. So I was like, maybe I could do it with 3,600. Maybe I could do it with 3,400. And I kept coming down really to the point where I was like, this is about as good as I could do without Fane just kind of taking an early dive. But yeah, Strengthen does a big part of that.
That's crazy. It's crazy how strong this team is. And I can't believe you're cleansing the stun too.
Yeah. The decreased crit rate is huge for this team.
Yeah.
Is there anybody?
But also, it's enabled me to have 2 damage dealers, right? Which I didn't have before. Discard was doing no damage. He was doing a good job of protecting and that type of stuff. But he wasn't giving me any damage. So my damage per turn went up a lot, bringing in this sub.
Yep, cool. I'm annoyed at your team. Annoyed that it works so well. I'm annoyed that you brought in Morag and such a clutch champion.
Yeah. You know what? I had to go back on the site and change our scores. Like, I was just like, I can't. I was like, we have undervalued this champion. Like, that's not right.
You got passionate about it. You're like, I need to go do this now.
I did. I was literally on there this morning. I was like, hold on a minute. I need to check what scores they're giving us. I was like, whoa. Yeah,
you know, it's funny. Right. I feel like Strengthen is such an underrated buff because we don't have that many champions with it, so you don't get the opportunity to utilize it very often.
Yeah.
But I think,
especially like epics. Which other epics?
Nia
have got
has it.
A couple.
Nia, White Dryad Nia, but
no, I mean like the big version, not the weak version.
Yeah, Morag's the only one.
Yeah. But yeah, and it just happened that I was doing a collab with Ash a few days before, and we were talking about underrated epics, and he called out Morak, and I was like really? What, this dwarf? And he's like, yeah, look, it's got strengthen, ally attack, but it's only a couple of champions. And I was like, I was still even in the collab, I was like, yeah, maybe it's all right, but not about underrated. And here I am. I was like, hold on a minute, strengthen, more hits. This feels like something I could use.
Did you try Mark though before trying the Morag?
Yeah, I tried Marked. I tried Morsian Mage. I tried Discard. Discard was the best of the increased defenses for me. Just did a bit more damage really. He gave me increased attack, which meant that Feign hit harder. So Discard was actually pretty good sub for Marked. Morsian Mage gave us increased crit rate more consistently, but just didn't really do any damage. Like didn't really boost my damage number compared to Discard.
Oslin's a pretty wet noodle kind of champion. Yeah, I really was considering trying to bring in Discard even into my team. I thought that would be really nice, and I really wish I drafted him. It would have been a really good way to go. But yeah, I'm impressed. I'm shocked that it's turned 48 and your team is still not taking any damage. I don't know how that's
crazy.
I don't know how that's possible.
Allied protection, so crazy,
strong.
right?
I'm so baffled by the shield, man. It protects so much more than I thought, and just even though at that value at 20%.
How much?
And
HP
I tried turning off Clod's A2 because I was thinking Taragi's covering me for shielding. I don't think I need Clod's shield, but actually there's one hit where two of my champions don't get a shield from Taragi. It doesn't last. I turned Clod's shield back on and definitely made a big difference. Like having the double shield going is just, it was big. Obviously, no crits can come in. I've got decreased crit rate for most of the fights, not always on, but
yeah,
Clod is a underrated champion for sure in this.
So did you abuse having to drop all of your accuracy down for more stats for damage because you didn't need it, right? Because you got to increase accuracy.
Yeah. So same. Most of them are running 70% crit rate because although it's not up for the whole fight, it's up for most of the fight to have crit rate up, accuracy's up. So all of those type of stats I was able just to kind of bring down.
Did you think of Toxic maybe to get more poisons?
Yeah, I tried Toxic in Feign. I tried Toxic with Feign, and in the end, Reflex just felt better. Felt like I was doing better numbers with Reflex to just get back to her poison skill quicker. Because also, her decreased attack, like Taragi's decreased attack's not that consistent. It's consistent, but not like bang on. There was a few times where even in this run, I think it drops off. Yeah. Whereas Feigns is a much more consistent land. So I thought if I can just get back to her skills quicker, it just felt like it was a better one to do. Plus my Toxic gear, honestly, is shocking. Like, it's so bad. I just never keep any.
If you had the option, would you take Skull Crusher instead of Taragi? Or do you think Taragi's a better fit? You don't know?
So my dog's wanted to answer. I think Taragi is a better fit. I just think he brings so much more. It'd be interesting actually throwing in Taragi, Skull Crusher into this team and seeing if it does more damage.
I would be curious. I
think it'd be pretty close.
You're not surviving as long. That's a big change right there, right? Golly.
Plus, he does like the poisons that we're doing through Taragi. He doesn't do like no damage. The poisons that he puts out. Bearing in mind, I'm not filling up the debuff bar. It's actually pretty worth, even in the void affinity. If it was non-void, obviously you'd have to change it up because it would end up being a mess. But he would obviously do more damage that way.
The team's doing over $1 million a turn. We just broke turn 50 here.
Crazy.
And everybody's still full health and perfectly healthy. Great. You
should have warned us to go get a coffee again.
Well, if you're thirsty, go get a coffee. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh no, is that the crease crit raise?
If you're thirsty, guys, look, I'm hungry. I might go and get a kebab from up the road. I'll be coming back.
I was thirsty an hour ago. Now I'm hungry. Yeah.
Oh god.
It does get a bit.
I should have put these on 2x speed. I didn't realize we were going to be surviving such a long time. I was judging it all based off my team, which is like 13 minutes start to finish. You know, I'm like, oh, we're going through it, and I'm like, not expecting anybody to survive this long.
How many turns was YSD? 80 turns?
83 or something.
Wow.
83.
This was about my highest damage, by the way, when I had an increased defense person in, around 60 mil. So,
Oh wow,
Wow, that's really good.
that's the difference.
Crazy, man. You were just kind of programmed in the head like you need the increased defense and all of this stuff, but
yeah,
Yeah.
that's it. Yeah, we just kind of follow a path. But I was just like, you know what, strengthen is such an underrated. Well, it's more actually. There's not really many epics with strengthen, is there, that would be useful? So didn't really even go into my head. But I was just like, you know what, I would love to get her in and give her. And I gave her a try. Like I didn't have one built or anything. I was like, do I even have one on the account? I thought I was going to end up doing like a nubs pulling thousands of shards. But I did have one just sitting there level 1. I was like, well, let's try it.
Yeah, this is crazy because, like, for me, when I'm building stuff for Hydra, there's not that many really good increased defense champs for Hydra, so it's often a buff you don't even bother bringing. But Strengthen is amazing. I had no idea that Strengthen could be this powerful compared to increased defense in Clan Boss. Again,
this
like,
is why
just
Lydia is so good, right? With the
Yeah.
strengthen buff, like
yeah.
you don't the value of it's insane. That's why like if you just put in like another increased speed champion and then you put a Lydia in there, it's two different things. You can definitely feel the smacks and stuff.
If you think about it, so strengthen cuts the damage by 25%. You then got ally protection plus 3 guardian sets, so that's about another 65% less damage. Like the mitigation of damage, this is like going YST level mitigation here. It's huge. We're really taking so much less damage than we should.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
Like
I
the
never
decreased
really-
crit rate, you can see that value there, man. It's nuts. You're just thinking like same damage every time.
Very annoying. Watch.
Yeah.
I mean, it's great. It's really cool. Definitely awesome. God. Yeah.
It's amazing,
Oh,
man.
you're
Seriously,
you're gonna clips me, aren't you? You son of a.
I was very determined to try and get a 1 key. Like when I was running discard on that, I was like 60 million. I was like, oh, I'm nowhere near it. But I definitely wanted one. I was like, I've got to try something else.
Anchorite doing a lot more healing than you'd expect, though.
Yeah. And you see, we're starting to take some pretty serious damage now.
Oh look!
Oh,
What?
Is that-
What is this
wild
little
Hades.
Easter egg you dropped in there? Come on.
Oh my god!
This guy. This guy.
Right.
Oh my god!
Wow.
Should have
I
had
guess
the-
we know
the
when he got the
bandana.
1 key. Hilarious. Wow.
Oh god!
Well played. Well
Had to
played.
do
sir.
that.
Oh man, this is getting close now, Hades. Oh god!
Yeah, it definitely gets tight. Honestly, I didn't think anyone else was going to get a 1 key. Like, I thought I already had it in the bag by that point. So I put the face up. Yeah, I did not see other people grabbing a 1 key.
Well, she's like, force quit. Just force quit then. It's perfect timing. Oh, man. That is crazy.
5.
I'll be honest, like I knew Strengthen was good, but I wasn't aware. Like it was like it's one of those things where it's like you just don't like. It's like I know A, I know B, but for some reason my mind still thinks the answer is C, even though like it's clearly one of these things, and like I just hadn't realized.
Yeah,
how
it's
incredible
relatively
that is.
new buff and not so
I guess
much
so.
available. Yeah.
Yeah, like they talk about, you go from what 3,000 defense to 4,800 defense is like 75% mitigation. They like 85%. Strengthen's 25 right off the top. Like, and you get to mitigate that afterwards, right? Like that's definitely.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So do you
Definitely
know in
more
your runs, I was saying like I was pretty sure your runs would be super consistent in terms of damage because the decreased crit rate, like, I definitely see like some runs where it was like 50 million and 60, and then one will be like all the way up there because you can't determine those bad crits, right? So I could be there for 20 minutes and it's like, oof. But it's crazy how consistent that keeps it, man. It's so cool to see.
This is a 1 key every single run. Every run, it's a 1 key. Like that's
Wow.
that's
That's
the cool
cool.
thing about it. Yeah, it's like you say, very consistent. The only and actually, wait, speed tune. So Taradi does his ally protection just before the stun. So he actually gives everyone a layer of shield, which means the stun always goes on Morag. Like I was worried that the stun would start to hit someone else as we get to later in the fight, but actually it just kept going on Morag, and she's got ally protection up. She's got like 5k defense. She's taking stuns all day. Don't mind about a stun hit.
Oh, there you go. He's done it, guys. He's done it. Maximum damage. There we go.
Oh,
Let's
man.
go.
Oh god,
No.
that's crazy, man.
Wow.
I thought I had that in the bag there. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. I was worried, like seeing your numbers going up. I was like, damn,
Yeah.
this is going on a long time.
To be fair,
But,
do you know when I was saying redemption? Yeah, it was just towards DeadwoodJedi. I got that redemption. Now I've got to go for Hades again. Hades twice in a row, man. Come on.
I got my crowd back.
You won them
Yeah.
both.
This is awful. Like, I'm like, this is my shtick. How are you winning every time? Hurts my soul every
Crazy,
time.
man.
I've been killing this boss for years, guys. Come on.
No increased defense, guys. Just this is. Are we going to go to 100 mil here?
It's
Gotta
some
be.
serious turn counts going on. It's
Oh,
pretty
man.
bad. Pretty crazy.
Oh man.
God for the win. My God.
Really good job.
Yeah.
By the way, guys, I wrote a draft grade. I wrote a team grade actually last night. That's up today. I'm be really interested to see what you guys think as far as comparison between what I expected and what we actually saw today. It would be really interesting to see. So if you guys want to check that out, you can find that on the website, DeadwoodJedi.com. That is chilling there in this whole section, and we'll have all the results from the draft afterwards over there as well. As if these guys do any videos like talking about the teams, we'll put that up there also. So that'll be kind of your oh boy, you're almost down.
Yeah. But I was hearing people say Fane's too squishy. Fane can deal with it if she's got some good buffs around her. That's the answer. If she's got some good champ supporting her, she can do it.
88.98 million.
That's as much damage as I do at my bad eater team. That's crazy. You beat my team, my actual team.
Wow.
That's crazy, man.
Look at that. Like, Fane 31 million. Morag did 26.5 million. Like Morag beat Cold Brew.
Oh,
Not quite.
oh. Shots fired.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So I gotta say,
passive is
Ash, appreciate you.
That passive's insane, right? Like being able to get all of those counters out, that adds up for those turn counts that you reached. But yeah, really cool, man. Congrats.
Thanks. Yeah, that was cool. I really enjoyed it. Really fun. Man,
He's back, guys. The clan boss
Right
king.
there. Okay, there we go. We've got our winner.
2 years in a row. Let's go. Come on.
Everyone's gonna be
that's
building up more
fantastic.
ranks.
Hey,
The ratings.
Yeah.
Hades, congratulations. Well deserved, well earned. That was a brilliant team. I love the Morag substitution. I thought it was absolutely brilliant. The second I saw it, I was like, that was the way to go. So really congratulations on that. All you guys, thank you so much for doing this. And I mean, great teams, everyone. We still have some stuff to give away to you guys, so we're gonna go ahead and do that in a little bit here in the chat. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get those started. So we're gonna have 2 polls going up. I'm gonna put them up both times, and fantastic. So hey, by the way, there is a penalty if you lose, which we haven't really talked about. But let's just say we agreed that we would dress all in green and give a praise video to the winner, which in this case is going to be HellHades. So pay attention to our channels over the next week or so. Eventually, we're going to all have a praise video with us dressed all in green to celebrate the St. Patrick's Day. Our, praising HellHades. Might not be long. Might be a little sarcastic. Might have some bitter undertones to it, but it'll be there. So it'll be great. But hey, man, great job. Congrats. You want to give any speeches or anything?
Well, you know, I did say midweek. I'm definitely gonna win. Like, I put a little note into chat. I was like, I found a secret weapon. Definitely gonna win, guys. Sorry about that. But no, look, it's super fun. I love this type of stuff, and basically, it wouldn't be possible without Deadwood like throwing on these things. So keep it going, man. It's awesome. Really good. Really cool.
Yep.
Maximum damage. Let's go.
I basically
Yeah,
did this
that's
to make everybody else feel better about themselves, so I'm glad it's working. Great. This is actually probably a great time if you guys want to say anything else to the chat, to the people out there, anything. By the way, before we even do that, I want to let you guys know these people are amazing. They put in a ton of time and effort, and I mean, you can tell we all had a really good time doing this. Make sure to go check out their YouTube channels. You know, they all put out great content. I asked them here for a reason, because they are professionals, because they are very good at it, and because they're good people, which I think is really important when you're doing something collaborative like this. It's worth your time to check out their YouTube channels, their Twitch channels, their Discords, all that fun stuff. So make sure to go do that. I'll have all that in the, you know, description of this video, like I always do. But you know, I don't know if anybody you guys want to say anything. By the way, I don't know if you guys know, Nub has a secret reveal, not thing like today necessarily, but like he's gonna be making an important announcement on his channel soon. You guys are gonna want to see at some point, so make sure to check that out. But if you guys have any last words you want to say to the people out there, any, you know, inspiring words or apologies, I don't know. Not all at once.
Okay.
Feel free to jump in.
That's what I was just waiting for you guys this week. Yeah.
Wait, obviously appreciate so many people turning up. Over 3,000 people in the stream. It's bonkers. So that's
Amazing.
3 hours, whatever it's been, like 2.5 hours, 3 hours. Very
It's been a
cool.
while. Agreed. Clover, you got anything you want to say?
Yeah, thanks everyone for joining the stream. Obviously, the competition was who gets the lowest amount of damage, so I think but it was all fun. It was all fun. A ton of fun.
Fantastic. Nub, you got anything you want to add? Any, you know?
I mean, my mind is just being blown. Like, you guys did such a good job with your teams. Like, that was crazy. Especially those 1 keys. You know, I was building my team and I was struggling to get that 2 key. And, you know, Deadwood, I saw your collabs and you were saying you think people are gonna get the 1 key, and I was like, man, it just seems so impossible. It's so out of reach. So like the actual numbers, like it's just so impressive and really clever the way that you guys built the teams and got there. Really, really cool.
Cool, man. Cool. It was definitely I wasn't sure it was gonna happen, I'll be honest with you. I was like, I might not get it, but I think somebody will, right? I don't know. YC, you got anything?
Yeah, I appreciate everybody turning out. Of course, it's amazing us like being here and stuff and doing it, but without you guys, it's really not possible. So being able to sit through like such a long stream and being here the whole time and getting involved, it really means the world to not just like us, but DeadwoodJedi and all that good stuff. So thank you guys so much. And also, while I'm here on Deadwood's channel, I just gotta say, DeadwoodJedi, we got that redemption. We did it. We did it. No repeats out here. But there we go. No, but no, congrats to HellHades as well. I actually was blown away by that. Like, no increased defense on it. When you think about clan boss teams, like that's kind of switched up everything in my mind as well, because you've kind of got those thresholds with just stats alone, and you've just put that strength in on there for the layer of protection. Decreased crit rate, very underrated, guys. As you guys seen there with his team, it's nuts, and keeps that even damage. And you went almost 90 million, like. It's bonkers, man. Seriously, like it blew me away. I did not expect that. Like, I honestly, when I was saying behind the scenes, I was saying, I thought like Hades would be like maybe 75 million. I thought Deadwood was gonna be like the winner, if I'm honest. I thought it was gonna be above mine. Yeah, it blew me away, man. To get almost 90 million like that, it's impressive. Seriously. No worries.
All right, we're getting the last of these rewards sorted out. By the way, guys, if anybody won these rewards, it will take a few days for them to get to you, so be patient about it. These last groups of people, you know, I would recommend staying in chat so you connect with a DM, even if after the video ends, just for that. And I'm just trying to get that all arranged right now. We had 7 winners for the chicken with Zasinas, Haladis, Hassan Mohammed, Evan Benjamin, Silent Steps, Jimmy Bressard, Nessa, and Once You Gored? A weird name. Once You've gored, you never ignored. So you guys all got that rank 5 chicken. And then we have 500 gems, Void Shard, and a epic book going to Lisa Mullen, Black Nova 2, Anubis, Candy, and Radostin Velkov. So congratulations, you guys. We just gave out, I just want to say, we just gave out 16,000 gems. We just gave out 32 rank 5 chickens. Thank you guys for coming. This was incredible. I honestly wasn't expecting this kind of turnout from you all. Thank you guys again for the awesome job you did on your teams. I'm going to try and have as much of this information as I can on the website, including the speed tune that I made, probably some of the speed tunes that these guys put together. So if you want to try and build these teams or build off of them, we'll be able to do that. Give us a couple days, but we'll have all that stuff on the website for you. Again, major thanks to you guys for coming out and being, doing this and helping us out. Major props to my mods out there for doing an incredible job getting everybody the rewards, which is not an easy job, especially here on YouTube. But I'm really looking forward to the next one of these that we're going to be able to do. I thought this one was really successful, and yeah, that's all we got, guys. This is a Clan Boss Clover draft, first themed draft we've had, which is kind of interesting. Congratulations, HellHades. You're number 1. You're the best Clan Boss builder. Yay! Hit the maximum damage. All right, guys, that's all we've got for today. Thank you so much for stopping by. I'm sure I'll have a couple videos following up on this these shenanigans in the next couple days. But I'm DeadwoodJedi. Until next we meet. Have a good night. I said that backwards. Okay. We're bye. We're leaving. Bye, guys.